Caught in the glow of twilight fade, silent whispers weave a serenade. Stars align in cosmic grace. Night wraps us in its embrace, chasing shadows through the night. Find our way by soft starlight. Quiet dreams are born anew. In darkness dipped we find our hue.
Good evening, everybody. What's going on? Shout out to my boy Kerpa for making this awesome ass track for me. Wake your ass up. You ain't that tired. New to the channel, subscribe, like, comment, share it, help get it out in the algorithm.
Whispers echo through the night.
Y'all ready for Friday night?
Guided by the faintest
Drop some emojis in the chat for me. Grab you some wine.
in the stillness we
Roll one up.
confide.
What are we talking about? We're going to figure it out. Until then,
With the cosmos as our guide.
we'll let that roll, ain't we?
Minutes melt in evening's glow.
I guess with the shitty version, the free one, I can't get like a transitional fade from like cross fade from that back to me. It just goes, I'm here. We're working on it. We're working on it. You probably can't even hear me. My mic's probably muted. Who fucking knows? Second timer here. First timer for Friday night, which is going to be a learning curve, right? I got some friends. We don't know what we're talking about. I don't know how to use this fucking thing. We're going to figure it out, all right? Kerpa. Music's fire, bro. Let's bring on my first guest. A guest that was nice enough to invite me on his stream. Cool guy. Mr. Cool Guy himself. I'm going to add him to the stage, let him introduce himself, all right?
Yo, what's up? I'm
What's going on?
Sci-Fax. Thanks for inviting me on. Yes, obviously, I probably got also way too drunk. Like I will say on every of my late night streams, if you're coming to the after party after a DA stream, just expect that it's probably going to go that way. Because if I'm throwing a late night stream like that, it's probably because I've been drinking. Like, 'cause why the hell else am I going to be up till like, I don't know, 2 or 3 in the morning my time? I know for you guys, it's even crazier. Like you're East Coast, right? Like, so
I'm East Coast.
that's even crazier. Yeah.
It's 4 o'clock for me on the east side. He's a West Coast representative. I think it's about 1 o'clock for him. So
Yeah,
happy
so like
afternoon,
me
early.
ending at like right now it's 1, and I will say this: it's a ballsy way to go about one of your first streams. I don't know if this is your very first stream or maybe your second one.
Going head to head with
Yep.
Friday Night Tights.
Exactly. I was like, wow, like you're
Well,
going
here's
on.
here's what I was doing. I thought they were off because they normally have like 2 hours before they actually do the introduction and stuff. But
No, this is one thing that they do. Like they have not missed a Friday since I've ever started watching them. And
I
like
didn't think they would.
even when like Gary's been like I've seen him deal with like real life situations, and they'll still run it. And like sometimes he'll either be on his phone or like X-Ray Girl or something. Somebody will take over. They always have a Friday Night Tights. It's like a set schedule, guaranteed for the last like 4 or 5 years since I've been watching. Probably about 5 years now.
Yeah, I was
They do not
curious. I didn't know because obviously everybody's Sci-Fax is in that community. They're going to a con this weekend in Vegas, and he's going to be joining. And everybody that's working on it is packing up, getting ready to travel. And I just like maybe they'll do a short thing or something. I didn't see it. I was like, you know what? I was going to go on at 6 o'clock, but some of the people that I play with on the other side of the pond. You know, I'm a video gamer.
Yeah, that's why I think even like my stuff kind of does relatively decently at the time that I go on, because a lot of people are like in Europe or some, you know, they're exactly across the pond or wherever. Their time differential is so much different. Like there's people like Terrace House Guy, right? Like that guy is, I don't exactly know where he's at. And even if I could dox them, I wouldn't know their fucking area code because I don't know how Europe works.
Yep.
And it's like, but it's like, that they'll be like, oh dude, it's like 2:00 or it's like 2:00 in the afternoon here. And I'm like, I'm about to die into my bed right now. And they're like, dude, keep going for 2 more hours. And I'm like, have you not seen how drunk I am? Fuck it, let's go. And I'll be like, let it ride. Let it ride. Just
start
let's
pulling
go.
a T and just turn your microphone off, turn your camera off, and let the chat take over for you.
What's funny is like streaming late night has become my after party of what I used to do in like my 20s, where it's like, hey, you want to go to an afters? And it's like, well, yeah. Is there going to be cocaine and bitches? Of course.
So we're new to the channel, and before I get too much farther, let's introduce another guest and add them to the stage.
What up, Quentin?
What is going on, Rockefeller? Thanks for having me on, man.
Quentin, man, thanks for joining me. I love the community we got. Like he was just mentioning, the nerdrotic. I don't want to call it the nerdrotic fear because Gary gets enough attention, or the Geekster Gamers fear, or the critical drinker fear. They get enough attention, right?
Yeah, I like to just call it like that side of the internet, you know, which is another way that they could term it or whatever. And it's like, yeah, we're part of that side of the internet where it's like, it's and then that, you know, like the typical I don't know, the nomenclature around it is like, oh yeah, it's just a bunch of alt-right whatever. And it's like, dude, I'm in fucking California. I'm around like the most like Democrat. I'm in LA of all fucking places. I'm on the outskirts of it, but I would technically be considered part of whatever, but I'm not, I don't vote that way. Don't get me wrong. But the way that you just get lumped into everything is just like, oh, you're from there, you suck immediately. And it's like, oh, thanks for that, thank you. Like,
so since I'm new to this, and you know you all are too, I'm trying to learn how to do it. Can I? Would it be cool if I make y'all some moderators? I see y'all like moderators in other chats. Can I make y'all blue wrench
if you can do it, that's fine. Like I can't do it. When you guys were telling me to do it last night, I saw the 3 dots, and I've seen it happen one time, and it was before I started to stream, and I was able to kind of do it, and I didn't do it, and I regret that. So I think I need to do it before I start a stream. But
you were also drunk as shit last night, though. So
no. Dude, it comes up. I've seen it before. You click the 3 dots and it's like make a moderator or promote to moderator or some bullshit. It has its own little box. And I was able to click on your guys' names and it has the little 3 dots that you guys were talking about. And I know I'm terrible with internet bullshit and all this stuff. But it wasn't there last night. It simply was not there. And I'm like, I can still read. I was still able to read. Like, so
yeah, I can't seem to do it on here. I don't know if it's because I'm on a different account. No, it's because I'm on a different account. I got 2 accounts because I do mostly video gaming for Elden Ring and FromSoft shit. This is a brand new account. So if we have 1 or 2 people watch this, it's just us, that's fine. It'll build in time. It's more or less because I didn't want to flood and have people leave my gaming channel, which I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. You know the grind. You know what I mean? If you'd be like, oh, you're doing too much shit, get emails nonstop.
I've thought about doing that because like I cover either like regular like mainstream movies and then I cover indie movies and I'm like, well, those are all just movies in general. And then I also do streaming and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to combine it all into one. Like if I get a good enough computer, don't get me wrong, I will also like start to try to game and I'm going to be terrible at most modern games. But I have a feeling I'll be able to bring some of those people on with that. And like, I understand the appeal of people like Geeks and Gamers, like having like 11 different channels for each fucking topic, because that also brings in a different type of revenue. And like what happens is it splits their audience, but it also gets those specific people in their main audience to go to a specific thing, which if I ever get big enough, that would be fine. But to start, I'm just going to go like full bore into what I like and talk about what I like and then let it branch out from there. And then
I probably should, but I don't want people to like come here at night and be like, this is a cool stream where we're getting drunk and we're chilling and we're talking about movies and bullshit. And then be like, I think he's playing a fucking video game, and in the
Yeah.
morning and drinking coffee, so it's just
Like,
two different vibes.
Why is he doing coke and playing Tetris?
And like you said about Geeks and Gamer, they have one where they do WWE. People would fucking check out the second you started talking about John Cena. Oh, fuck this! I'm not here. I thought it was Geeks and Gamers.
Dude,
oh
man, like if I got better at editing in like say my G20 review that I just did, I wanted to do that because she has a scene where she like bursts through like a fucking elevator door, and I wanted to do the John Cena theme, but with like the really shitty flute playing where it's like doo 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 doo. It has like a really bad, it's like really
the meme
bad
one
version of the meme version, and just do that while she's in there like kicking people's asses, and I'm like, that would be so funny, and I'm like, I'm so shit at editing that I'm like, I want to get this video out now, and I don't want to waste 3 hours figuring out how to do this. So,
what do you edit? What do you edit on? What do you do your editing on? Either one of y'all.
So the main things that I use is it's just like I record on OBS, and then I use CapCut. I use CapCut to edit. CapCut is like the most user friendly thing to edit on.
I think that's because I just got a laptop and I'm kind of new to this shit. I think that's like when I recorded something, I uploaded a video here, right, that I had downloaded. It was like, do you want to trim this with some other shit? I think that sounds like what it was. Like, is that Microsoft?
Yeah, CapCut is pretty popular.
Okay, so that must be what I'm using then.
There are things that are becoming annoying about it, like something as simple as this, which used to be able to say you have a video that's going, and I used to be able to just click on it and be able to like extract the audio and then remove the clip, so I could use just the audio.
Yep.
And
which is
now
great.
it's like, which is great. It's a great feature, and it used to be free. Now they charge you, or like they don't charge you, but you get like only a couple uses of it a month type of deal. It's one of that type of bullshit. And once you've used that up, it's whatever. So what happens is I'll still use the clip, and then I'll overlap the video on top of that, and I'll just use the audio and I overlap it on something else. The problem with that is when you upload it into YouTube, it will still show the video file. It still counts that as a video file that's on there. Also, it makes the file bigger. And it'll hit you with like a copyright strike, or like luckily I don't get copyright strikes. I just get copyright claims, or it's
copyright
like,
claims. That's different than a strike.
Yeah.
want
Strikes
your
will take
revenue.
down your channel. Yeah,
if you're making revenue, it's mine. That's a claim.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's why like I don't mind doing what I'm doing kind of at the moment. Like I just use whatever, and sometimes I don't really give a shit if it goes over. And it's like, oh, you got copyrighted, but you still get like 400 views. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
that works for me.
Them stupid little shorts I do where I use fucking popular songs. I get every now and then I get a copyright claim every now and then.
Hold My DualShock, and Andy was from Hold My DualShock was on last night. And if you watch their channel, they just go for it. They don't give a shit at all, because they're like, oh, we don't make any ad revenue. And that's what ends up happening is like the money you do make from your channel is literally just donations, which is a better form of income anyways.
Yeah.
Use stuff like how you have Cash App and now I have Cash App and or whatever. That's actually a better way to donate, because you'll actually get way more money. You can either get 100% of the money, or if you want to withdraw it immediately, it costs you like 25 cents or some bullshit. Whatever.
If you get to a certain amount of money transferred to your bank, it's whoever's situation is different. But somebody was mentioning last night, when you were looking in the chat, a Terrace the House guy was trying to throw you a dub to be like, because he said something about it's a month's payment. He was like, I'll do your month's payment. I'll throw you $20 right now, US. But he didn't have.
PayPal. Oh, I didn't have it on my channel.
He needs PayPal because
if that guy wants to send me money, I can just hit him up. But I'm like, I also don't want to hit up people that I know and be like, hey man, you said you would give me $100. What's up?
No, you don't do it that way. It's, like right now I just put it in there. If you don't feel like anybody's pressured to do it. When you put yours in there the other night, I tried to, I dropped that fucking $1 probably 4 hours.
Dude, no, I saw it. Yeah.
I was trying to drop it on stream so I can get the ding. You'd be like, what the fuck was this? Be like, oh shit, Rockefeller sent me $1 and entice other people to do it.
When that ding came off the first time, I put put my phone on mute because I was like, I don't like that coming.
No,
What's
that was
crazy,
John Cusack sent you one. It was
yeah,
the ding
he
you got
sent
was
me
from
the
him.
original. Yeah, he sent me like $2 or something, and like
I
he
sent that
guy sent
dollar
me,
2 hours
$2
before you did.
every like 2 days. Yeah, I think he just does it to fuck with me. He's just like, here's $2, motherfucker, and I'm like, what? It just comes randomly, and sometimes it's on stream. There's been times where it's not on stream, and I'm like, he just remembers like, oh, I'm gonna send this guy a couple bucks, or maybe he watched a video of mine or some shit.
Because the minimum you can send is $1. I'm not asking anybody to send $100, you know. But if like right now I can get up to 6 people on here, great. I don't need any fucking money to do this. As long as my internet's rolling, I'm good. If I got 6 people and then the chat's like, yo, I want to jump on Rock, I want to jump on. I'm like, well, I can only hold 6 people. Then I need to start looking into the $9 a week fucking program. You know, right now 6 is fine.
The problem with the amount of people isn't my problem. The problem is the amount of hours, because I'll start something. And I've done it like, I think at least my first 3 streams, I'm like, I'm going to go about an hour, guys. And all of a sudden it goes 4-6 hours. And I'm like, shit. And StreamYards lets you do 20 hours a month for free. And I'm like, that's great. But when you're doing 4 to 6 hour streams, that shit goes away real fucking quick. And then when a stream comes up or there's an opportunity to come up, like right now, between 2 streams, I'm already up like 7 out of my 20 hours within 2 streams. And I'm like, shit. Like I know on Tuesday I need to do a stream because I'm going to do, you can mess around with all that. But I know on Tuesday I'm going to do a stream for the finale of Daredevil. And I have a feeling I'm going to take a lot of Derek's crowd. And that I'm going to definitely be promoting my Cash App through, because like there'll be people, like there'll be the people who have wanted or who are talking about donating, we'll probably maybe send a little bit of money. And what I need to do is like the first 45 that comes in,
put it aside for that.
Yeah, go ahead and spend it on that. And I'm going to Vegas. So if people want to, I have a couple grift ideas. Don't get me wrong. I'm all down for that, whatever. But it's like, I make enough money to survive and get by. I don't make enough money to like go on all the vacations and all the cool shit that I would like to do and go to. Not a lot of people do. But if
you don't have 500 subscribers, you're in modern American, you know.
Dude, I barely have. I have 100. I have literally like probably about half of what you do.
So PayPal has this thing. They just I don't know. I've been on PayPal forever, but when I looked up earlier, what the fuck was it? Let me go to my message center. It's like a thing you can raise money. Like kind of like
What I don't like about PayPal is when you try to get your money, they take
a cut. Yeah,
it's understandable, but if you get to the point to where you don't need to take, if you only take out like under a certain amount, or just they always take out a certain
immediately.
So if you can hide it to your bank account and do direct deposit and allow yourself the time to wait for it, no money taken out, right? No percentage.
I believe that's the case.
Yeah, so it's still a good way but if you're in need of the money, obviously, you know what I mean. You gotta do what you get. Like you said, you had to use it for the pizza the other night. Great, man. That's what it's there for.
Well, I didn't need to use it for the pizza. I just wanted to, because it was like what it was is like even if you go back to like one of my first streams, or even any first time I've been on stream or in general, I was just like, look, don't look at YouTube as a possible career or anything like that. No. And the other thing I said was like, dude, even if I make $1 off of this, I'll be happy. And then it can be
a lucrative side.
And then I started streaming, and then once actually Quentin, thank you, a godsend of a person, was like, hey dude, have you thought of Cash App? I threw that out there, and like somebody sent me like $30, and I was like, you literally 300% times. You literally sent me 300% times my minimum equivalence of being like happy about what I'm doing. So I'm like, oh shit, like I need to get on this because somebody sent me $30. Are you kidding me? Like that shit blew my mind. I was like, who the fuck would send me? And for one, who would send me $1? Like I'm like, I just do movie reviews and then I'm on people's streams and sometimes I stream. But it's like, well, there's clearly people who want to see you stream more, and there's been people who want to be like, dude, I will send you a month's worth of streaming myself. And I'm like, well, shit, I need to find a way to get that done. And Quentin was like, dude, do this. And now I just need to be better at promoting that. And yeah, I think I'll be more on top of that definitely after Vegas, or even maybe during Vegas. Like just beyond that, be like, dude, I'm in Vegas. I'm spending money. Hey, send me $5. I'll bet it on your number. Let's go.
Ah,
And
that's
like,
really
let's
smart.
go. Like,
Put it on your phone and live stream. You know, because like after you do so many hours, you can actually live stream from your phone, mobile. You have to go live a couple of times, you know, and like eventually be like, oh, we got to wait 24 hours. So try to do it
oh,
right now from your phone, and you might be like, you got to wait 24 hours.
I'm so bad with it that I didn't even know that's not a thing. Like,
Yeah.
I would have to check that out. But
Yeah, so if you
now
try to
that I know
like
that-
live stream for your phone on YouTube right now, it'll probably be like, oh, you got to wait 24 hours, you know, to go live stream. You have to
oh,
upload
okay.
3 videos.
Well, see,
You got to
I'm glad
go live on
I'm
a
glad I
laptop
know.
first. Because mobile
Well, I
is
mean,
different. They don't want you to be like, oh my God, I just fucking
you-
found a dead body. Look at this, YouTube. You know, whoa. Let's make sure you understand the guidelines real quick. You know what I mean? They kind of test the waters and give you 24
Yeah,
hours.
I didn't know that. Yeah, so that'd be something I would probably learn on the fly and then get immediately shafted for. Like, be like, look, I have a great idea, and it's like the world just fucking punches you in the face. Like, oh no, fuck you. And I'm like, look, I'm trying to bet other people's money. It'll be funny. And also, if I hit, I'll be like, look, here's your $5 back, but I'm taking this 130 I won off of it. You know, like, and then go probably drink myself retarded, but because I'll be in Vegas, so.
Yeah, man, that's where you're gonna do it. You know?
Humble brag. Sci-Fi
Humble
Chief.
brag.
Dude,
Quentin, where are you from?
look,
Where are you from, Quentin?
I am from Austin, Texas.
So you from in between us, kind of? You an hour ahead of him?
Yeah,
hours
I'm
ahead?
Central Time.
I think
I'm
it's
ahead of
2.
you
Is it 1 hour
by
or
one.
2 hours?
I'm 1 in front of Rockefeller or behind, and then 2 in front of Cyfax.
Okay.
So it's 3:22 right now.
Yeah, it's 4:22 for me, 3:22 for you. I got you.
122 over here. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if you
I didn't
was.
have to do anything today, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll jump on. I don't give a shit."
Yeah, so I see you on the chats a lot too, Quentin. Are you moderator for them? Or you just, somebody just hangs out and they're just blessed like me? People let you on there?
Like to make jokes that I'm like Thanos as far as mod wrenches. I just collect them all. I'm probably mod to like 7 different channels.
Well, if I could fucking figure out how to switch my shit and actually go, like when I switched my account, the damn thing was like, "You're not live." I'm like, "Yes, I am."
Well,
And I
hey, yeah,
switched my
look,
other account.
look. When I learn how to moderate, you'll get the fact stone. All right, you'll have the fact stone in your gauntlet, and you'll grow an extra finger. It'll fit, I swear.
Cyfax. Perhaps I adjusted you. Perhaps I judge you too harshly.
I got it.
Yeah.
You're on there. Okay, I can do it now. I see you.
Yeah, the
I'm
problem with
gonna
that
add
is, as
both of you
soon
as
as I give him that
moderators, you know what
stone,
I
he's
mean?
gonna just snap me out of reality and cancel my shit.
Quinn's collecting moderators. You're another moderator, Quinn.
Another one.
Another one. So look, speaking of CapCut, this is what I use. I don't know if y'all know, I'm a fucking FromSoft fan. Elden Ring. You play Elden Ring, Cyfax?
Elden Ring, yes, I've played, and I got the expansion, and I played a decent amount of the expansion. Like I think I beat. No. I got up to there was the guy on the I don't want to say a warthog, but it was like a charging horse guy,
Gotcha.
whatever.
Yeah, like a rhinoceros.
I'm terrible with names and I'm terrible with memory. Like
Mhm.
that's why I stumble around things. It's not because I drink. Like that's just my memory in general. Like even if I was
Quinn, you a gamer?
Not as much anymore. But yes.
Okay, so I made a little clip. This is what I made. I didn't use with CapCut.
I mean, you can reference like certain things. I'll know what you're talking about, other than I might not know their exact names. But
let me put this up here real quick. So it's from Elden Ring, but I'm dressed up as the Riddler from. And this is what I'm going to start making more clips of for when I do this, because I'm a huge fucking Batman fan. And I like having themes with some. Everybody does, right, Quentin? I didn't realize that. I love Batman. Everybody fucking does. So I was like, "There's so many good Batman."
I may or may not be a Batman fan. I don't know.
Oh no!
I just have it on my arm there. It used to actually be a Justice League thing, but it looked a little too gay because it had all the different colors in it. Like, if you see that,
I see it
so
now. That's
and so I had him kind of black it out, and then he tried to make it all like kind of red and black, and I'm like, every time my tattoo artist sees like the rest of my ink and everything, because this was actually a giant cover up, which is a Venom Wolverine cover up.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time he sees this, he's just like, dude, I want to fix that, because he kind of just blacked it out and then threw some red in there just to make it look like
Those Arkham
percentage
games
was going on.
are perfection.
Those Arkham games are fucking perfection, bro.
Yeah.
The one, the last one, Arkham, I think it's Night or Arkham Asylum. It might be Arkham Asylum. Where like I don't want to spoil the last one of the three of them. I played it on my shit, and it fucking pissed me off because I got to the end, right, and I'm like live streaming everybody, like,
You
yo,
want to spoil Arkham Knight? I mean, I think the
Arkham
name alone
Asylum?
spoils it.
Is that what it's called? Arkham Knight is the last. I think it's
I think
Arkham
the
Asylum.
last one.
Rockefeller,
Yeah.
I was 100%ing Arkham Asylum,
Yeah.
and there's a glitch for one of the Riddler trophies, the last Riddler trophy I needed to get, and because the game is like glitching in that one spot, I can't get it. So I'm 99% on that game, and I'm like,
Dude, I got 100% checklisting platinum fucking Arkham Asylum. The third in the trilogy. Everybody's like watching me live stream. I beat. Oh my fucking god! I got it! I fucking did it. We did for like 2 hours, right? I'm going to watch this like fucking live stream that nobody's fucking got, right? And nobody ever because the Riddler trophies are hard as shit to collect. If you played it quick, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right? So I fucking did it, and it's like all of a sudden it goes. The live stream stops. It says only broadcasting audio. Like my microphone.
Yeah, I'm so different with like video games. Like as soon as they beat the main storyline, I'm just like the game's done, and like I don't give a shit. And like people are like they'll go back and replay them. Like I have this weird thing where it's like it's on replayable. I don't know. That's definitely just a me thing, and I understand where people are like, dude, I want to get that. I want to get this. So on.
are you
felt
like
so-
Rex from Toy Story? I don't need to play. I lived it.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
yeah, it's like I did it. I did it the one time, and I'm good. Like it's fine. But that's
I
why
felt so bad though because I was like, it felt like I baited the chat because they're like watching me to get this special secret scene unlocked, and then it goes to the scene, and fucking PlayStation cuts his shit off saying you've entered the block scene. Can only broadcast your microphone, no audio, no fucking screen. I was like, what the fuck? And it just went completely blue. You know, like if I stop my cam like that. It said only my microphone was playing. I was like, what in the hell? And everybody's like, this is fucking bogus.
You know who does a lot of that? Freaking Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts? I've never seen that before.
I played like I think I played the first 2 Kingdom Hearts games, and
the first one is the only one you could play, man. They completely mess up the story.
Well, look, so what I was getting at is being a huge Batman fan. I'm gonna make more clips like this. This is just one of the clips I made. So let me bring it up so we can joke on it real quick. Here we go.
Hey guys, thanks for all the comments, and a special thanks to everyone for the tips on detonators. I just want to say this will be my last post for a little while, and what this community has meant to me these weeks. These months, let's just say none of us is alone anymore, okay?
That from the Batman?
Yeah, but it's an Elden Ring character.
Yeah.
So it's a whole bunch of memes going on. Do more shit like that, make our little customized channel. And so I use that for the PlayStation 5.
I'm curious how that works. Because like I have a friend of he's a friend of a couple different channels, and he kind of does like the best way I can put it, like he specializes in shorts, like
and making edits for people.
No, like that. That's just the way that he makes his videos, or whatever. And it's like his channel's technically bigger in theory, but like. If he were to go live, like I don't know if anybody would actually watch him or whatever. And I'm curious, is that a better way to go? Will you actually get the view hours quicker?
Yes.
I'm curious how that works.
You're gonna get your view hours quick as shit. I didn't get my view hours until after I was streaming for 2 years because I might have 1 or 2 people watch me for 30 fucking minutes. It took forever to get through that an hour. You're getting. If you have your phone on and you're watching yourself and everybody here is watching, that's 3 people watching. We've been on for 30 minutes. That's an hour and a fucking half.
That's actually one of the reasons I started streaming, on top of the idea of like I get to actually control the stream, and like obviously I like to overtalk people. It's literally a characteristic of mine. In real life, it's a problem. And people have literally told me, and I'm like, well, fuck, let me use that to my advantage. And let me go on stream and be like, let me run my own shit. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But it's
my son was a professional Star Wars Battlefront 2 gamer.
Really?
So that's how I first started figuring out how to do a YouTube channel because
Yep.
he had his. It's
Your son taught you?
yeah.
Awesome.
Dude, my son was like, "Hey man, I want to do this," and I'm like, "Yo, I mean, I guess, man." So he was doing it from like the age 13 until like 16 or 17. No, he's not around anymore. He decided to live with his mother in October, so I haven't seen him. But
yeah, man.
I
Sorry
mean,
to hear that, dude.
Sorry to hear that, boss, man.
you know, it's life. You know,
Yeah,
teenagers
it's
do
life,
teenage
man.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could check out his YouTube on King Herc and see the kind of stuff he does on Battlefront, and that's
Put
how
it in
like
there.
when sci-fi, huh?
If you go
Dude,
to his,
yeah,
if you want to share it in here. We know we
that's
can probably I
actually
can put it on
super
screen.
admirable. Like it's like, oh,
Put his name.
this kid kind of. I'm not gonna lie. The way it sounds, it's like, oh, I rejected you. Like that's. Let me just say that's what it sounds like in the broad terms of it. But at the same time, you're still going out of your way. Like you're still going out of your way to promote your kid, which is the admirable thing to do. Like, and it's just like, dude, yeah, my kid is fucking awesome. Bam. Like, I actually respect the hell out of that, man. That's fucking awesome, dude. Like, keep doing that all the time. And then it sounds like, you know, whatever things are going on in your life has had your kid semi removed from your life, but at the same time, you're still promoting your kid, even if you like, I don't know, maybe got I would actually go out of the way to say corrupted by his mother or some shit. And it's like, because you
By
seem
a
like just
woman.
nothing but a good. No. Well,
No, she's a
Yeah.
devil. It is positive, bro.
yeah, it's you have nothing but positivity to say about your kid, which is I think that's an admirable thing to like literally go out of your way to promote and say all the time, man. And I fucking respect that. Also, Quentin, I'm not gonna air out any of the things that he said, but it's like he's going out of his way to become better as a like just physically as a human being and other things. Like this guy is fucking. He's putting in the work, guys.
What's
This
his name
guy's
again?
he's
Give me his
good.
YouTube channel. What is it?
It's
No,
King
I'm talking
Herc
King what?
underscore Herc, like
Underscore
Hercules.
King underscore Herc. Let's go.
Her HERC.
Yeah.
All right, if I can find underscore, I can actually put one on there because I don't know how to fucking underscore.
So Battlefront 2, man, the way it's made, like basically to be better is like taking advantage of like the glitches in the game. And so like you turn your sensitivity all the way to 100 and 100, and then you change it if you're a blaster user, and you have to be able to like do what they call hook swings, where you jump in the air and hook your camera around really fast and attack them from the back.
Yep.
I mean, so he got to where he was. If you people know the Battlefront community, there's like the best player on PlayStation is a girl, I think.
It's like it's all about taking advantage of like the random glitches in the game and people who are better at it.
So
Okay.
Soundwave Coon.
So do you
is
watch
number one.
anime? Do you like anime?
So my son is a huge anime fan, so we watched.
Does he like Shangri-La?
Man, he would watch whatever. Like the ones we watched together.
Tell him Shangri-La. Like tell him that Shangri-La. It literally. There's a guy who goes into a regular like good game, but his main thing is like going into bad games and becoming ridiculously good at bad games, and then he uses that advantage to become really good at a good game.
Gotcha, man. I subbed to him. He got about 215. He got 216 now. If you're watching this, man, and go sub the little man, make his dreams come true. Give him 500 before we get to 500. How about that?
Hey, let me shout out to Rockefeller for even having me on. I'm literally like half of his subscriber count. Hey, come check me out, man. I'm relatively entertaining.
Hey, you know how to do it now. So look. So what I want you to do is go to your channel right now without leaving me. Don't minimize. Go to your channel, view channel, hit top right where it says share. Copy the fucking link. Post it right now.
Boom.
Even though it'll give you a chance to do it. Like I can do it for you, but watch. But I want you to learn how to do it because if you make me a moderator in your if you make me a moderator for your channel, since you're getting bigger, I'll start doing this stuff for us. Every Saturday
You
we
know
call
what's
me.
crazy is that there's people like the people that are around me that actually join into my channel usually have channels that are actually bigger than mine, which is insane.
Yeah, so
Like
if we were
you're like twice, like you have 300 maybe 400 subs or some shit, and
just
it's
a
like
number.
you're like, hey dude, you want to come on? And you're like, dude, yeah, and I'm like, and that I'll have people like hold my DualShock who has almost 5,000, and like I love those guys. They're fucking amazing. Like they're literally like my biggest like.
So
support.
I'll put one
It's
of my
like the
moderators.
biggest thing
in
I'm
the
looking
chat, too.
forward to meet. I'm looking forward to meeting them in person because I already know Derek in person,
Jesus fucking
and
Christ.
I've met like T or whatever. So
Yeah,
it's
and I'd
like,
be looking forward to meeting Katie too, man. She fine.
So last time I'm gonna put
yeah,
while we're
I
sharing
think
links.
they're married. I'm not sure.
Me too.
While we're sharing links, I'll put my name.
I don't know their thing, and I'm not gonna even if so, I'm not gonna like, and I'm not anywhere in good shape to be throwing myself out there like that.
So while we're sharing links, anybody that knows me from Gaming Channel, go check this link out right here. This is my boy Eldon Kafer. This is the moderator of my channel. Last I checked, I thought he had 115,000 subscribers. He's now got 190,000 subscribers.
Oh shit!
Just somebody that actually watches me to be like, "What the
you
fuck?"
got me beat. You got me beat by fucking like.
He
30.
watches my shit every day. He comments on every fucking
it's
short
crazy.
I make.
Like
It's awesome to have
I
somebody
made
more
like
than you.
I made like one video and then like one stream, and I went up like 13 subscribers, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, and like, cause me and T, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, obviously we piggyback off of fucking DA streams and stuff.
Mhm.
Like, that's the
Grift
obvious
hard, bro.
thing.
Grift hard. Yeah.
And that was never the thing. I mean, that was never the goal. But now that it's actually becoming a thing, I'm just like, well, fuck it. Let's just go for it. Let's grift harder. Let's fucking go for it. But also, people actually ask for it in chats. People like, oh, let's go for the dedicated white guy or the white guy on the stream. Let's go see his after party stream. Let's go see this or the pre-stream thing with T when he does his cook-offs. And it's like he actually gets more viewers than I do. And most of the time he's not even fucking talking. They just want to watch.
Have you shared this on your channel? Have you shared this on your channel right now? Have you shared this to your channel?
If he should share it on his X.
I literally don't know how. Like, what are you talking about?
So go in the like underneath if you're watching this on YouTube, underneath it'll say like, do you want to join? Do you want to subscribe? Keep scrolling right. You want to watch later? We want to say share. Hit share. When you hit share, it'll probably fucking bring up all your shit. If you share it if you put create post and put it on your YouTube, everybody from your YouTube channel will come here and start watching. Give you more time, and anybody scrolling by will be like, who the fuck are these two? And if you put your link in there, they'll know how to link. Same with you, Quentin, do the same thing. If y'all want to, what I mean? That's what I do with yours every time I'm on there, Sci-Fax.
I think I got like 24 subs. I've never done a video.
I'm not going to lie. It's not that I don't do it out of spite. I literally don't do it out of ignorance. I literally don't do it out of ignorance.
You don't know how to do it. That's all.
Well, Sci-Fax,
let me fill my glass. I'll be right back.
What I would say is copy the link and then post it on your X. Because that'll get more traction.
The link for me right now is just StreamYard. Like, do I have to watch on YouTube? And then
no. Like, so yeah, if you go to YouTube, go to Rocafella's YouTube.
Okay.
And then his video, and then under that, put share, and it'll ask you how you want to share it.
Dude, when I click live, our shit isn't even showing up. Are we even live? What is happening?
We're on Rocafella's channel.
Shout out to my boy Eldon.
I know. I'm clicking on Rocafella.
You fucking cocksucker.
It needs to be on his lives, not his videos, I guess.
I'm under live. Under live, and the first video that shows up is bonfires and coffee.
That's my first channel. That's my first channel. This is Rockefeller Plaza 2. If you go underneath,
okay.
Yeah, this is on Rockefeller Plaza 2.
I'm looking at your main.
If you're on my channel, go to my posts. Go to my YouTube channel.
I see it now, man.
Go to posts and you'll click on it. That's my new channel.
But when I type in Rockefeller Plaza 2,
it's only got 2 subscribers. I'm not going to pop up because I've only went live like twice and I only got 2 subscribers.
You got 3 now.
GG.
Well, yeah, throw your link into into the comments or a private chat. I'll click on it and then I'll throw it out there.
Okay, so I need to share, copy the link, put it in the fucking. Can I put that in here? Let's see if let me actually put it in.
Yeah, it's a whole process. Like I'm terrible at that. So that's why
See, we learned together. We learned together, ladies. Let me get Eldon Caper out there. He's probably like, man, I don't need any more fucking subscribers. You fucking
Hey,
cocksucker.
Rockefeller, when are you going to stream some Final Fantasy VII, man?
I've never played any Final Fantasy games. You know what? If it's something that I could pick up and start from, if I can pick up Final Fantasy VII and play it from the beginning without having to know all the other back crap, it's like a self-contained game, I'll play it.
So let me tell you.
Right. So what do I share it through X? Because my X is like I have no fucking.
Put it on your X because I know you have some, and then like at Derek and whatever, and they might share it too. So Rockefeller, that game, none of the numbers have to do anything to do with another number. So 7 is not a continuation of 6, and 6 is not a continuation of 5.
Really? So
they're all their own stories.
Rockefeller, what's your X account so I can be like at Rockefeller?
It's RocafellaPlaza.
That's it. And this is how stupid I am. Like I know you're in my messages, but I'm trying to like just at RocafellaPlaza. That's it.
Imagine me knowing people from not only like. So I know people from YouTube, right? With their YouTube names. I know people from Call of Duty. Then I know people from their PlayStation names. Then I know people from their fucking the Discord names. Everybody seems to have 4 different names. I'm like, yo, if you know my name, it's the same name everywhere you fucking go.
I just copy Ryan Kennel, how he put his name out there. Like, look, I got nothing to hide. This is who I am. This is my name.
Yeah, it's your name. I mean, if somebody wants to go online and find out what my name, my fucking social security, they can. I'm not gonna broadcast my number like John did last night. He's like, "What? I want to get my first 4." I'm like, "John, slow down, bro."
But yeah, the game, the original is a JRPG, so it'll be turn based.
Okay.
But the new one that came out is probably more your alley. It has more like a similar play style as Elden Ring.
Yep.
So that you can play that, get the story. Although
all right, so I threw it out. I mean, I only got.
Yes, I see it. Cyfex.
I only got like 86 people. So
hey, man,
like,
we're gonna do this
my X channel is very low. Even though I literally post my shit out, like whatever.
This is a Friday night.
Nobody cares what I talk about because I literally don't talk about anything. But
and then the other game would be Red Dead Redemption because that one gets a lot of traction too.
So Red Dead Redemption, I played right. Here's what my take on that. I quit playing it because I want to play Grand Theft Auto 6 when it comes out because they're made by the same people. Red Dead Redemption, the beginning of it, getting to the fucking wagon, like all the storyline, took forever. And I'm stuck in the damn campsite. I'm stuck in this fucking. I'm in the fucking. It's kind of boring. Everybody's like, it's one of the best. It's kind of boring. I got stuck in the fucking campsite and I can't get past like a certain part. And I'm just like, I'm always running a little bit far. Then somebody I shoot somebody and I get wanted. Oh, I saw that. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then I got to kill this fucking guy or just going to run back and say, fuck it, I'll spawn again.
Well, shit, here I am talking to Rockefeller who loves Andor. And I'm like, Andor is boring as shit to me.
You think Andor is boring, bro? For real?
I think it's boring as shit. I kind of make it past fucking episode 1.
There's some gay Disney DEI bullshit in it. I don't need the fucking the diverse
the problem
Indian chick.
It's the pacing is what's boring to me. Like the pacing is so fucking. It's just bland and blah.
I'll give you that.
And I've heard it gets better after a certain amount of episodes, but it's like, do I got to sit through 2 hours of boring before I get to something worth a shit? Like, is that if that's what you're selling me, then you've sold me on some bullshit. Like,
and that's why I think that Gilroy, as you say, should take over for Kathleen. I just don't feel a lot of the love for Star Wars from him, and I think that's what we need from whoever takes over. Well, because obviously, I don't think Kathleen loves it. I think Favreau loves it. I think Filoni loves it. But then those two,
but they're yes men.
Filoni, they have some deranged shit going on in their head.
Look, I'm a huge horror movie fan, right? And horror movies have like a giant build up for like 30 to 40 minutes sometimes, most of the time. Maybe there's like a random kill here or there. But it's like you don't get to the action till like the last, the last half of the movie. Like it's not even a 3-act movie. It's just like, oh, here's the build up and here's the second half. And it's like a 2-act like movie. That's all it really comes down to for most of those. And Andor is just like, oh, here's a build up, and 2 hours later, like now we get something. That doesn't cut it for me, man. I
out.
check out. I'm
Disney
like,
does.
I'm checking my phone. I'm trying to find like some messages. I'm doom scrolling. Like if a movie makes me doom scroll in the middle of the movie or in the middle of the in the middle of a TV series of all things, fuck that series.
So look, I just put this together. Disney being a union, working for Hollywood, right? And I was trying to say that on the stream earlier when I was like, Disney's a union. They're bound by union fucking rules. So they have to have at least 3 different writers, right? Great example for what we're talking about with, I'm going to bring it back to both of these. Andor, right? And Daredevil, which you talked about earlier. There's some parts of Daredevil that are fucking awesome. The concept of like, the guy killing a bullseye and him getting in the fight and doing all that shit. But the drawn out conversation while they're at the bar.
Dude,
there's 3 different fucking writers there. And he said, like, the main part, whoever's doing the main shit, similar to Andor. If you watch the first like episode, maybe 2 episodes of Andor,
that one's clear. That one's clear and cut, and people have actually been told it's clear and cut, which is like, okay, we had an original idea for like an 18 episode series, right?
Is that what it was?
It was originally going to be 18 fucking episodes, and so they're like, no. Ixnay that. Let's get that out of the way. And then they drop what they have now, which is just a fucking a goulash, basically, of like what do we got left? And it actually goes along the same path of the Spider-Man animated series. If you watch that, I don't recommend it, dude. No, well, I did, and I watched it because I was reviewing it. But to be fair,
you're basically paid to watch it.
I wasn't, dude. I literally haven't been paid $1 until I started putting that.
You were paid in stream time with Hold My DualShock.
Fair enough.
If they didn't have you on there, you wouldn't have watched it.
Fair enough. The format that Disney's doing, they're movie makers, right? And they're shit in making these minimum. Even if you do a very short season down to 6 fucking episodes, there's shit, because they're always gonna have 2 filler episodes. Then we were talking about on DA's fucking episode. He was like, he said, was it DA we were talking about earlier? It might have been Hold My DualShock. We were talking about Werewolf by Night. Was that a TV show? And I came in and said, no, it's not. It's a special presentation. But we should do more of those.
No, yeah,
I think we should do 2.
That's a great way to introduce like random things that people aren't used to. And actually, that's probably one of the best, if not the best thing they've produced on Disney.
Yeah. So if you would have took Moon Knight and got rid of the bullshit about the silver scarab and I'm going to fucking with a elephant and dinosaur and made 2 45-minute special presentations.
Kaijus
the first
fighting
one ends
each
on a
other
climax and it starts again and ends on another climax, and you only had 2 fucking shows, Moon Knight would have been a fucking hit. If same with like Captain America. If it was only you're running a streaming service, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be.
I literally went out of my way to go buy like some Moon Knight comics, and I bought like the first 6 Moon Knight comics of the new iteration that's been coming out, and a couple of them are good, and then oh my god, like they just turned to shit. But it's like also on top of that, I bought like it was like a Doctor Strange one where it's like alternate realities, and they started talking about gender politics in the fucking comic book, and I was like, what are we doing? Like, this is the most retarded. And somebody like the people at the comic shop recommended it to me, which I understand that's their job. Like, they have to sell some of their bullshit. But I was like, I was fucking pissed. I was like, what are you doing? Do not give me this shit. And they didn't understand. So needless to say, I don't go to that comic book shop anymore. Like,
yeah, I can imagine.
I was looking forward to Moon Knight. And then I watched the first episode and I go, never mind.
Did you like the bathroom part where like he actually chased the wolf? And like, speaking of like, you could tell different writers wrote the episode. Whoever wrote that introduction to where like he goes in there and chases the fight scene, this choreography and all that stuff, that was definitely something that was like Kevin Feige said, I'm putting this in here. This could be written by a certain writer or a good writer. The rest of the dialogue can be written by the up and coming shit writer. But you can tell that that part was completely written by all these fucking TV shows have 3, if not 4 chefs in the kitchen. And you can tell when like a good part comes up, just like in Daredevil, so you'd be like, this part's good for about 2 minutes, and all of a sudden, with 2 minutes maximum, and then here, like
what it comes down to, and what I've realized is like, so they have X amount of writers. Let's say they have 6 writers on some bullshit, and it's just like everybody gets to throw in their idea, and it's like, well, here's our main idea, and this is a good thing. And then there's a random fucking idiot in the background, probably blue-haired liberal fat piece of shit. It was just like, well, actually, if we do this, let's throw that shit in there too. And then just throw in this random diatribe of bullshit that they're like, I thought this would fit, and it doesn't fit. And you can almost tell in the editing and the way that it's shot, where it's like, well, I guess that's there now. Like, that's how I feel with like when I'm watching a lot of this shit, where it's like, oh, I guess that's there now. Like, there's no way the same person did all of the other cool shit that I'm actually enjoying, and then this shit shows up. There's no way that same person did that. It's just like, it's like a random idea from somebody who happens to be paid fucking, I don't know, what is it, $7,000 a week?
That's fucking awesome.
Which is crazy. I mean, hey, kudos to them for
kudos to them, bro.
Kudos to them. Like, get your money, but at least produce us some good shit. Like, get in there, like, dude, I will dye my hair fucking all sorts of different fucking colors. I don't give a shit. If you're paying me $7,000 a week, I'll be in there. Like, I'll get nipple piercings. I don't give a shit. I'll go in there with a fucking fishnet, Disney, whatever. All my chest hair just riding out. It's good. It's all fine. But if I go in there and I'm just like, yeah, can we continue on to the storyline? And it's like, people actually believe me and be like, look, actually just look at me. I have a good opinion. Don't fire
me when I say queer, Call of Duty. I mean, LGBTQ. Yeah. Q means fucking queer. If I say queer, don't fire me for saying a damn word. If I say a certain one, YouTube.
I said it multiple times on my stream last night. I don't give a shit about it.
Well, again, we're not monetized yet, but you want to abide. We can abide by community guidelines. I'll come into your fucking corporation, Disney, and I'll write a badass, awesome fucking comic screen adaptation. And I'll say, at the worst, I'll say, no, I'm not a queer. I'm not a homosexual. I'm a heterosexual. Is that okay? I'm not straight, because what's straight?
I was even saying that on my stream last night. It's like, I don't actually mind that word. Like, nobody actually fucking minds that word. We all grew up, like, I mean, most of the people that are on, especially on my streams or whatever, like, we're all in our either late 30s, maybe early 40s, give or take, whatever. We're past the age, like, we grew up that word didn't mean what it actually means. We never thought our friends were gay. We just said, you're acting a certain way. It's like the Office clip where it's like, oh, I don't say retarded to retarded people. I'm just calling you retarded because you're acting retarded. Wait, that's what's happening. Like, and that they don't get, and they actually don't get it. They literally do not get it, which blows my mind.
Are you telling me that you didn't like the fiddle faddle part?
Dude. Have we not talked about fiddle faddle enough? Like, give me a fucking break on that. Like, I think I brought
how much that cost.
I think I brought that shit up enough to the point where like other people started just using that in like basic
for money and took
towards Daredevil. I was like, fiddle faddle. The funniest part is when I think I mentioned it. I want to say I mentioned it first. I'm not gonna claim that, but there was people on that stream that didn't even know what the fuck fiddle faddle was, and that's like
crazy.
Cyphex, you were getting Jeff and AMS hammered because we were using fiddle faddle as a drinking game, and you and DA kept saying it.
Oh, nice!
Oh my goodness!
See, there you go. Like that. I don't want to say that's how much we don't pay attention to chat. I try to pay attention to chat, and I literally go out of my way to say, like, I had a stream, and on my fucking on my YouTube, my thumbnail said "Chat is king." And I believe that. Like chat can run your stream if you let them.
Yeah, man.
And they're way better. Like they're actually way more entertaining than even what, like, you can have a topic or whatever the fuck you're talking about, and it's usually decent, but they'll go off on stuff you didn't even think about, and it's like, oh shit.
Cyphex, just promise us you're not going to go into the lore of Sauron again. That was some Uncle T conspiracy stuff right there, bro.
I literally don't even remember that. I think that's where I probably blacked out.
That was Andy. Andy was hitting them hard. That's, you know what? When I play Elden Ring, I love the fucking lore. I love the nerd geek shit on my channel. If you know me, I love fucking the backstory.
I think I
Andy started
literally
hitting them hard
out,
because I don't
it's funny because, like, I'll rewatch some of those streams and I'm just like, oh god, like I can tell where I literally black out when I rewatch them. I'm like, oh, I lost the plot here, and
Rockefeller, multiple times he was saying something, and then he would just like completely forget what he was saying and just continue talking. Oh, it was bad.
Oh, that happens to everybody.
That was last.
Yeah, but Andy's a great host, where Andy was jumping in and bringing it back, and it's like it's good having co-hosts.
Andy's great. The thing that I really appreciate, and let me just say this, even from Rockefeller stream, I appreciate any of you guys even for coming back onto my streams after I've been a menace to, I don't know, lore and everything.
Society?
Like I probably go off. No, not society. Well, I guess on society, but it's like because I listened to like the first hour of it like this morning. I was like, fuck, what did I do? Because like I woke up and I saw a bunch of fucking notifications, but I'm like, shit.
You know it's bad when Cuckass gets off because he's like, nah, this guy's gone.
Yeah. But what's funny is most people still come back. It's like, okay, this guy's gone. At least people can also tell and whatever. And I don't plan to get to that point. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like, let me go to the point where I probably am blackout drunk. It's more, I keep going on because literally the crowd wants it, and then I hit that point where I'm just too far. I
got a question. What are y'all's top 3 or top 5 comedy movies?
Let's put it on this thing, and we'll keep it. Top 3 comedies. Top 3 comedy. I guess it's IES. Boom.
Hot Rod, Tropic Thunder, and shit. Let me think of the third one because there's so many good ones.
So in the Tropic Thunder camp, Tropic Thunder's good, but they made a movie that's fucking better than it. Not a lot of people seen it, and it's acquired. You might not like it, but the same exact people made it. This Is the End. It's a comic book movie. Have you seen that? When they did the jerking off party, he's like, dude, what the fuck? You jerked off? He's like, man, I fucking, I live in a house full of women. So I took this girl on a date, right, to go see this movie, and it was like me and like 5 other couples. And
it's good. I don't think I would put it in my top 3. It's good.
I think it's better than Tropic Thunder. I think it's
Hot Rod, Tropic Thunder, and then I don't know. The third one would be a hard one for me.
Was that?
Does Adam Sandler get in there? Does Will Ferrell get in there?
Besides, let me think about my comedy.
Okay.
Tropic Thunder is good.
Say dodgeball then. Like that's not, but it has a lot of the same people. Like Dodgeball, Tropic Thunder, or maybe Beer Fest. Like these things I can rewatch all the time. Do any of these things actually have rewatch?
Super Troopers?
Well, exactly. Yeah. If we want to say companies, like there you go. Yeah.
Can I get a liter of cola? I'd like a liter.
I was like, what? I thought you said, yeah, okay, a liter.
Excuse me, Meow. What did you say, Meow? Hey, Quentin, Meow. You need to respond right, Meow.
So when it comes to comedies, either you got like the Adam Sandler team that makes these fucking awesome comedies and they pump, or you got a one-off like that, like they're a team, but Super Troopers stands out. To me,
Grandma's
Naked
Boy,
Gun movies.
hilarious.
Grandma's Boy, fucking, Adam Sandler's. He's not even in that, but that's Grandma's Boy. Great.
It's a Happy Madison film. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
If
Madison probably produces some of the better comedies in the last like 15 years or so. Like more consecutively. I'll
For
say
me,
that.
my top 3, Tropic Thunder's number 1. Partially because it's the first movie I saw when I came back from overseas. So that got it for me. Number 2 is Ghostbusters. I can watch Ghostbusters every time and find something.
Which one?
The first one.
The first one?
Yeah,
I can hear something that I'll not notice the first time. It's a subtle line, which is something I really appreciate with that movie. The comedy's not just blatantly in your face. There's a lot of subtle stuff in there, like when he tells Ray about the mortgages that he got in his house to afford the firehouse. Like, that may go over your head. But then number 3 is Talladega Nights.
That's pretty good. It's like,
That's
what
pretty
you
good.
talk
Okay.
about the baby Jesus?
I like to imagine my Jesus wearing like a tuxedo shirt because
Yeah.
it says it's formal, but it also says he likes to party.
So I guess when it comes to like Ghostbusters, to me, I didn't really see it as a comedy as much as I saw Bill Murray was a fucking comedian. And let me get his name wrong. The guy that passed away that was in the last one, Anthony Remus or what's his name?
Harold
Remus.
I think.
Harold
So,
Remus. Yeah.
He was a comedian too, but he more or
They
less
were all
played.
comedians. You had Ernie Hudson, who was a comedian. You
Yeah,
had Dan Aykroyd, who was one of the original cast for Saturday Night Live.
I think it was the Bill Murray part that made me laugh. Is like thinking it was a comedy, and the way that Harold Remus kind of accepted his jokes and kind of played back and would say some dry wit shit to him. And like I was in Minecraft, Jason Momoa does a lot of that. He receives jokes thrown at him and just kind of says something very dry, witty back, nonchalant.
I feel like when you watch it as a kid, you take it as like a relatively serious movie, and then when you rewatch it when you're older, like there's so many jokes that probably went over your
Adult
head.
jokes.
Like when
Yeah.
he goes at the beginning,
Like it's
their
filled
library,
with adult jokes,
right?
Yeah.
They see all that ectoplasm or whatever. It's like, hey, give me a sample. And Peter's like, dude, someone blows your nose, and you want a souvenir?
What does Bill Murray say to him? He walks away and goes, "Hey, what do you come here often?" She goes, "Shh." Just walks away. Like, I forget what he says to her, but he says something to her like,
Get her, Ray.
Get her, Ray. Get her. That was your fucking plan. Get her. Huh? Really?
Like when Peter tells Egon, goes, this is the worst plan since you had the idea to drill a hole in your head. And he's like, and I maintained that would have worked had you not stopped me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's actually let's analyze that, guys. Like, what is quotable now from new, let's say, comedy movies that are coming out? Is there anything from a newer comedy in the last like almost 10 years that you can actually quote?
You mean
that's
aside from
actually
Minecraft?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I haven't really seen any. I haven't seen any good movies since coronavirus that were like, this is a comedy. This is going to come out. That people in the 10 years, you got to go back farther.
Like Quentin brought up, Talladega Nights or like Beer Fest or Super Troopers. There's things that we still remember that are hilarious one-liners. Do we even have a funny one-liner from anything in the last 10 years that? Well, in the last 10 years, is there anything that you're going to be like, I'm going to quote this because that's hilarious, and you could also possibly weave it into a sentence, because I feel like a lot of his use that as, I don't know, a talking point at some point.
We might this year with Happy Gilmore too, but up until now, I mean, people are just afraid to say jokes because they're afraid to offend anybody nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's hard to make comedies because everybody is like, hey, if I say this joke, then this portion of people are going to be offended. If I say this joke, this portion, and before it was just like, hey, everybody's going to find this funny.
So being offended and saying things you're not supposed to on YouTube, and what I meant to mention this earlier. We were talking about words you shouldn't say, and you said retard, right?
Yep.
What's the guy's name that was on SNL? He has a brother that has Down syndrome. But him being a brother atmosphere, I think it's Shane Gillis. Is that right? I think he said
I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in years.
well, long story short, he was a writer for SNL, and he was too progressive. He was too
Conservative.
no, yeah, he was like his jokes were too edgy. You know what I mean? He'd say things like retard. They're like, whoa, and SNL being the progressive they are, they fucking fired him. Well, 1 year later, he ends up being one of the biggest comics ever. They bring him back to host because people want to hear edgy shit. But SNL was like, you know what? Oh wow, you said retard. Yeah, I got a fucking brother who has Down syndrome, and I joke with my retarded brother, you fucking retard, every fucking day. That's how the real life people talk.
Yeah.
That's how people in real life, if you have somebody you love and care about, I don't care if I call you a fucking queer, a fucking retard. I love you at the end of the day, and it's okay. It's coming from a place of passion and not hatred, derogatoriness, to where he's like, so they're like, well, you're saying bad things. You're right. We can't have you say retard in SNL. So they fired him a year later because the biggest fucking comic there is, they call him back to host.
So, like, Chappelle, I think, is the GOAT stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And, for example, one of the things he talked about is he had a conversation with someone that was one of the executives for Chappelle's show. And she was like, hey, this skit has, you keep using the fag word. You can't say that. And he goes, well, why not? It's funny. It fits to the skit, right? She goes, well, Dave, it's because you're not one. And he goes, yeah, but I say, the N-word all the time. She goes, yeah. And he goes, I can tell you something. I'm not one of those either.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a simple joke that should be, I don't know. It shouldn't, for one, it doesn't go over people's heads, but at the same time, it's like, it's appropriate for the time, I guess. Like, man, comedy nowadays is like, it needs to be of the times. Like, I watched this movie. It was called like Drive Away Girls or Drive Away Dolls. I think it was called Drive Away Dolls. And the funniest part about it, like, I went out of that movie and I saw this with like people like Chris Gore, Alan Ng. They're like people you probably know on YouTube or whatever. And the first thing I said when I came out of there, I was like, the overall plot of this movie is lesbian Democrats love Republican dick. And if you haven't seen that movie, that won't make sense. But if you watch the movie, it makes 100% sense. And literally everyone was just like, holy shit. Like, it was completely like, that's literally the plot of the movie. It's like lesbian Democrats love Republican dick. And it like blew their mind. They were just like, holy shit. And like they had nothing to combat it against. And none of these people are, don't get me wrong, like maybe some of them are one way or the other. But the way that the movie is literally presented to you is that. And yeah. Like that's the new comedy. And it was
comedy has to come.
Comedy.
Comedy has to be two things. It has to be offensive. One, it has to bring you into a completely different mind state and make you think different perspectives. Something I like to bring about, when comedy. And two, it has to be legit. It has to be coming. It has to be. You can't. So if it's being offensive, as long as it's coming from somewhere that's heartfelt, not derogatory. I play Call of Duty. If I'm in the hanging out with this is why, if you follow me on Twitter, the other day I said Call of Duty, I fucking deleted Call of Duty. You know why? I said, if I can't say fucking queer Call of Duty, I don't want to play your game. I'm hanging out with my boy the other day in the chat. We were saying, I don't know what I said, but I said fucking queer. And I wasn't calling him a queer or nothing. The AI picked up queer in my microphone. Gives me a fucking chat ban. I can't even talk to my friend I'm playing with now because the fucking Call of Duty Activision is so hypersensitive that I said queer and I might offend somebody in the market. I can't even talk to my friend. We weren't playing the game yet. We were in the fucking lobby.
I mean, this is a new channel, so I feel free to say this, but that's pure faggotry. Like,
yeah, you know what I mean? Exactly. And something like that. Like the other day when Andy was talking about it, he said that word. He said, this word has been said 130 times average. I forget what it was, like a day by, maybe like, he had like, he was like, and Andy came out and said it himself. You know who says that word the most? Queers. Because there's a certain kind of queer that they call that word. The flamboyant ones that like to walk around and do jazz hands. You fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, when you get down
they
to
did it
it,
with William Dafoe and
it's a
like Boondock
classification.
Saints. He's like, he slaps him. It's like, stop being such a fag or whatever. And he
Yeah.
just slaps him, and it's just like, that's just a line from a movie, guys. We're not misquoting anything. That's actually a
Rockefeller,
thing in the goddamn movie we're talking about or whatever. And
that was way too
it's
fluid,
insane.
bro.
I did that like I've done it before, right? Like,
Yeah, like,
jazz
hey, man.
hands. I'm a fucking choir kid.
Let
I've done
us
it before.
find out, bro.
No, you know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at. It's like, don't be so hypersensitive. People should be able to say retard, fag, queer, the N word. You know what I mean? You shouldn't but when I'm hanging out with my friend in Call of Duty, what's up? And if you're not saying it derogatory, I say that all the time in Call of Duty, but I stopped saying it because when I'm playing Call of Duty and I'm on a squad of 3 people, I want to be able to, hey, yo, Quentin, I got somebody straight ahead. Quentin, can you hear me? Quentin, there's somebody right in front of you. What? Quentin's down. Pop. Oh, fuck, I got shot. I know, I'm fucking telling you they're down. I'm champion again.
I was playing Marvel Rivals like a couple weeks ago, and I usually play healer because I'm on a fucking PS5, and I'm just like, it's an easier class to play, whatever. Doesn't matter. The guys, there's 2 dudes in chat who are clearly friends, and let's just say they happen to be, I don't know, the demographic you would think they'd be, and they're loud as fuck, and I'm like, hey, can you shut the fuck up? No, they're black. Let's just be honest, they're black. They're just like, hey, what's up, dog? Blah, blah, blah.
That's
and I'm just like, hey, can you guys shut the fuck up? And then as soon as I said that, they just fucking went off on me. And they're like, oh, yeah, blah, blah. Like, they went off on my voice and everything. And I was just like, okay, cool. Like, I'm going to outplay you. I'm going to get more kills, and I'm going to get more heals than you in this. And the other, because one of his friends was a healer too. And he was like, motherfucker, I'll throw 100 on it. And then like he was talking shit for like literally the whole fucking match, which is, I don't know, maybe 10, 15
Side
minutes.
facts, fitting facts. If you're a really loud mouth, fucking, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker, I'm gonna fuck you up, black guy and a fucking first person shooter, you're probably the first person to go down. I say that. I've been playing Call of Duty for Warzone 4 years. The loud mouth black dudes.
So what happened?
I'm like, shut up, you're dead.
What happened? Like, him and his friend were both talking shit, and then at the end of it, I had more kills and I had like higher heals on as a healer than he did, and I was like, hey, where's my $100? And they shut the fuck up. Both of them didn't have anything to say, and I was like, okay, there you go.
Call of Duty and the stereotypes, I love it.
Fuck up.
Every time I'm playing like Warzone, we'll bring stereotypes out of people.
Stereotypes are there for a reason. Like, and don't get me wrong, it goes all directions. Like, stereotypes are like, there's black stereotypes, white stereotypes, white trash, whatever. Like, these things fit for a reason, and it's because these people actually exist. And if you go online, you're gonna counter them probably a lot more than you ever will in your real life. Like,
hey, Rockefeller,
yep.
Did Cyphex just admit on stream to a racial crime?
100%. Yeah. Let's go. Go ahead.
Remember, it's YouTube. See, we got to learn the YouTube lingo. It's not RA. It's graping. I like to grape people. When you say something like you think you did, you got to say allegedly.
or
I myself.
I'll have to say, I randomly beat a black dude in Marvel Rivals. There you go. That's my sentence. Like, today, that's what I did.
Committed a hate crime on
as
Marvel
he
Rivals.
talked shit to me with his friend. He had backup, and he still couldn't commit to the fucking. He still couldn't commit to the bit.
You may not know this, but Cyphex is a professional Counter-Strike player.
Are you really? I think I remember you saying something about that. You're a top 5. I think I remember you playing. You were like a top player.
I was like, it was like Cal P and OGLM. So I was very good.
What happened?
I
with
literally
Counter-Strike 2.
I was literally
Counter-Strike 2.
Yeah, that didn't go very well. Now they've upgraded Counter-Strike looks way different now. Like, it's crazy. But I stopped playing. I did that when I was like 14, maybe 15 years old. I think I still have a shirt from it.
How old are you now?
Like, I'm 30. I'm about to turn 36. I'm about to turn 36.
20 years ago, you were a top ranked fucking player, and you've aged out of it, or just stopped playing.
I stopped playing because it wasn't. I aged into the group of like I needed to work to earn a living. So once I turned 15, I started to actually have a real job, Like once I was 15, I started working, and my first job was Popeyes, which is like whatever. I'm 15 and I got a work permit.
Yeah.
So it was like
Texas
from
house
that
cookie
then on, I've been working ever since. So like gaming became
Get you a
a side thing. And now, and I don't know, these last probably like year or two or so, where it's like, okay, let me go back into the online space, and the online space is fucking crazy. I was like, that's what really blew my mind, because like I'm just a realist living in California, mind you, and then having all the shit that's coming out and going about shit. And I'm just like, well, I've seen it firsthand, and it's all crap. And most people actually are against this, and they're all against this shit. And then I'll see the way that the votes pass, and I'm like, this is all bullshit. I'm like, there's no way this is fucking true. And I was one of those people who just like, I'm not gonna lie, like I was just blindly working. I was just blindly working and doing my shit and doing whatever. And now I'm aware, and I'm seeing the one of the things that really threw me off was like, I went to like, I was like, oh, let me try to get a job upgrade. Let me go to like, I was filling out job applications, whatever. And one of them was actually from an ex-girlfriend of mine for just waste management, like just going to be like a trash guy, like a trash pickup. And I got like a 9-page fucking pamphlet, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what are you talking about? And there's the resume on top, and then there's like 8 pages behind it of, hey, are you black? Are you trans? Are you this? And all these other benefits that go towards people who are not basically white. And I'm like, well, I'm literally basic white guy number 3 on every video game screen ever. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then now here's they still handed me the pamphlet, and they were just like, here you go, you can fill this out. And I'm like, what, to just say no on all this? And it would be like, hey, if you're a person of XYZ blah blah blah, it would literally be like, oh, you get benefits for this, you get benefits for A, you get benefits for this, blah blah. And every single page, like depending on what you checked off, would be like, well, here's a benefit for you if you apply to any of this shit. And I'm like, you gave me 9 fucking pages. Like, all I want is a fucking resume. And they're like, here's a fucking pamphlet. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. And that's actually a government. That's actually a fucking government job.
Yeah, that's California. Like my boy just said. Remember, y'all, he lives in California. The wokest fucking Gavin Newsom motherfucking.
No, yeah, that was like, don't get me wrong. That was just to hopefully like I have something to look forward to in the long term type of deal. And I was like, oh shit.
Well, I've been a union electrician.
Like I even had an in because of like the girl that I had at the time, and I was just like, oh, I have an in because like she'll probably fast forward my shit. And I was like, I don't even want to work here because these are the policies that you guys are promoting. Like and that's not the only one. That's the one that really stood out the most, because that was a government style thing, which really blew my mind. Like, the government is literally pushing this onto these jobs and being like, if that's the thing, is like, okay, so my resume, if I say that I'm white, literally there's 9 pages behind it that says fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it says to me as somebody applying to there. And it's like, I'm way more qualified than everybody there. Like, I don't give a shit.
And by the way, I just remember probably the best comedy movie of the last 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
The Lego Movie.
I didn't see that.
Dude, Lego Movie, it was good. It was good.
It is good, man.
I didn't see that. But that's the reason we're having the Hollywood issues, is because all the politics, everything, every 4 years, man. So I grew up in D.C., 45 minutes from the White House, and I never voted.
Where are you at now? I mean,
I'm in North Carolina. North Carolina. Okay, I lived in Maryland, so like 40 minutes. I mean, I lived on Route 4, Pennsylvania Avenue, right in front of DC. Got so fucking woke, I had to go to the first fucking southern state there was. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm tired of people injecting all this politics. I'm a union member too, so I know it takes a village to build a fucking, it takes a village. I understand that. But
I mean, like,
when you go to Hollywood, they've got,
how old are you? Like, if you don't mind me.
I'm 40.
How
I'm
old are you?
42. I'm not 52 like Andy.
You're
I'm
like 7
legitimately
years.
42.
You're 70.
Dude,
Or no,
I'm the youngest out of all of us. This is awesome.
Andy's just
Yeah.
joking. That guy's
Yeah, I know
like
he's not.
barely
That's why
30.
I always say I'm always that's what I always say. I'm about 10 years younger than Andy. He's like, there's no way. I mean, you're 52 years age. I'm about 10 years younger than you.
Like I said, I'm 35, but at the same time, like I'm like looking for a new job and like trying to get into something new and hopefully having something that actually has a decent thing going on. The way that especially here in California, California is what it's aptly named, by the way. California is a fucking legit name. It's ridiculous because I go up to places where like my cousin lives, which is a little bit more little bit north from me in Yosemite, and dude, there's just like Trump flag. It's like it's all red. Everything there is red. So places outside of the norm, like we consider it like a normal thing here. I'm literally on the outskirts of fucking LA County. One freeway exit over from me it's not LA County anymore. One freeway exit. I'm one freeway exit away from fucking not being in LA
Sounds
County.
like you got to move one exit away.
That's what it's and it's like where I'm at, and like my setup is not fucking amazing, but at the same time, it's cheap as fuck. So
How close are you to LA?
I'm about 20. If no traffic, 20 minutes. With
So
traffic,
so when the
traffic in
fires were going
California?
down, you were near all that shit.
no, like I said, I'm on the outskirts of LA County. Like counties operate differently. Like they live, like even counties have a border to them, which is kind of weird. But it's like I'm on literally the outskirt of LA County to where I'm still in LA counties, even like, and even in counties, they have a different tax bracket. So where I'm at is like, let's say 10%. And if I go one freeway exit over to the next Walmart over, it's like 9%. So it's like a 1% difference just by taking the freeway. It's crazy.
And Rockefeller, I'm here in Austin, which is like the most liberal hellhole there is other than San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody that moves from California moves here and then votes for the same crap they try to get away from. So, for example, I got lanes that are.
Do you have Jasmine Crockett as your representative? That is terrible, man.
So
Jesus
they
Christ.
shut down car lanes to give them to bikes. We had a law a few years ago that got passed like overnight. So like December 31st and January 1st, where homeless people could live anywhere they wanted on public property. So, for example, if they set their tent up on a sidewalk in front of your house, that sidewalk is public property. So, as long as they don't go on to the actual like grass or whatever, they can set their tent up on that sidewalk.
Well, there's a fucking easement. If I own the fucking property, there's an easement of fucking. I think it's 6 foot. You know, that includes the fucking 2 foot. You know, the fucking 2 foot fucking gap, and then the 4 foot fucking sidewalk. There's an easement. So if your ass is on the sidewalk or over, fine. If you're in my motherfucking grass, that is not the easement. I'm a fucking electrician. I know. No, that ain't the easement. You drive that in.
That went away after like 2 months because there were so many women that were, afraid because you had people just in tents right outside their house.
That's crazy. Funny, Rockefeller? You look like an electrician. Like,
well, again, I grew up right inside. There's construction, DC. You know what I mean? And say, hey, you want a job? Well, fucking, you want to build elevators? You want to build skyscrapers?
Dude, I'm telling you, he looks like the guy from Foo Fighters.
Rest in peace. Yeah, about to say that dude was awesome, man. When I heard that, it fucking broke my heart, man.
Rest in peace. Awesome. You're right here. Like, what are you talking about?
I think his name was Taylor or something. Taylor.
It's not hard to keep a 2/4 beat. Let's go.
Learn to fly, man.
Maybe we should start. Hey, my brother's a teacher. He used to be in a band, man. You ever come to the East Coast? You and him love to jam. You need to start jamming again, Cyfax.
Oh, like I said, I can still pick up a guitar and play relatively well. I don't play as
I can sing.
You can sing?
I can sing.
I'll be the drummer. We got you on the guitar. We got Quentin. We got a band right here.
Like Quentin, after he runs like 3 or 4 miles, like he's hitting those notes like fucking Celine Dion. You know, he's
Well,
just
I'm
like,
not-
and I like he's just going off. Like it's crazy, and it's either him or his knees singing. I don't know. Like
Yeah, definitely my right knee. He is, yeah.
So
He's singing that A sharp.
I started watching Solo Leveling the other day on your recommendation, man. I watched
thank you.
episode one. I'm
Do
used to it.
you want the link to the anime site that I
You
use?
sent
Or do
you sent me it. You already sent me it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I-
my
I
son
think I
watched
sent
it
it out
before
to
he
you.
left, and my son enjoys it.
So I was like,
Awesome.
let me watch this. Let me see how long it takes to hook me. If it
Look.
does hook me, if I like
Look.
it. So
Rockefeller.
They're about 15 to 18-minute episodes, give or take, you know.
Mhm.
And then if you get to episode 6 of the first season and that shit doesn't hook you, I don't know what will. Like,
Hey.
you know what I mean?
Hey, Rockefeller,
yeah.
I want you to check out those YouTube shorts of Solo Leveling
Okay.
for the brother and the sister.
I've only watched episode 1. So if it's something I have to watch more than that, I won't know.
No.
No. Watch up to minimum episode 6. Get to
Okay.
episode 6. They're only 15, 18-minute episodes. Like it's like basically, let's say, an hour and a half of viewing. I mean, you'll get hooked before that, but episode 6 is like all of a sudden there's a song that's dark. It's called Dark Aria. It hits, and all of a sudden everything really kicks off, and you're like, Jesus Christ, like this motherfucker is not fucking around.
Well, when I watch everything, I always got to watch it twice because I'll watch it once, and I was coming back from the gym.
Oh,
and I was eating, so I watch the first half.
Usually me too. If I'm watching it twice, then that's the way I feel about movies. Like when I go to a movie nowadays, and I'm like, that's kind of been my review on a lot of things. I'm like, I'm never watching this again, and it sucks to say that because I want to promote movies, especially if they're like indie style movies. I'm like, I'm never watching this again, and it sucks to say.
Oh, my bad.
But they're parody shorts. They're not exactly like. So if you watch them, you're not going to get spoiled. But it'll be like the mission is that you have to do something with your sister, and it's like, what? No,
well,
I can't.
My stepsister?
Yes, exactly.
I don't think
it's just funny, man.
Stepsister, no, mom's in the kitchen. We can't do that like that.
That's not just Solo Leveling. There's many other ones. Like there's a ton of that. Like anime has a lot of that, where it's like somebody overdubs it, and like it's just ridiculous, and it's just like you see them give that face, like I can take this. I can take this challenge. Like it's just like what? The fuck?
Sister, not right now.
And then like the main the actor, the voice actor for the main character, because he says something like erect or something for his power, right? And so he
says
it's
arise.
Arise. Yeah, so he kept saying different words like arouse.
Yeah. So even the voice actor for the American version of it, like he comes out and like he makes a video of being like he's joking about it because it's I mean it's a very good fucking delivery of the Japanese version, but the American version, he's just like, you can tell this guy's he doesn't give a shit. He's just like, let me record this shit because this is stupid. I'm here for one line, and he just says some stupid shit. He's just he's like arouse. And you're like, what the fuck?
So Rockefeller, since you love Batman, what DC animated movies or projects are you a big fan of? Like, because for me,
upcoming or like previous?
Obviously previous, because I think it ended pretty much with Justice League Doom. I think that was like the last one that was pretty good. But they used to have some banger movies. No, the movies, the DC home movies. So like Flashpoint Paradox.
So look, it hasn't come out yet, but I heard DA saying something about this, and I heard a lot of people chuckling and making fun of it. DA was like, "Man, it's gonna be garbage, man. There's a Clayface movie coming out. I don't know who's doing it, who's making it, but if you watch
Matt Reeves movie,
it's a Matt Reeves movie
on HBO Max. But then you have Grace Randolph saying that Matt Reeves has whatever T'Challa had.
What T'Challa had? What's that?
Like the Black Panther Lotus or whatever.
The actor.
Oh,
Chadwick
he's
Boseman.
sick. They think he's sick.
The liver. It was like a liver disease or some shit.
They're thinking fucking Matt Reeves is sick.
That's what Grace Randolph said.
You know what? I can see that because he's my age, and if you look at him over the years, he's definitely thinned in the face. His hair's gotten really like light over the years, like he's aged rapidly. You know what I mean? Maybe
But
that's sad to hear.
I think they put the Batman 2 on the shelf because I think James Gunn just wants the definitive Batman to be his Batman movie. I think he wants everybody to forget about the Batman and think about what the movie he's going to make.
So before I get too far off the topic, I want to go back to that Clayface movie I was talking. He's going to make a Clayface movie, man.
Yep.
If you watch the Batman, the animated film series, I can go grab it right now. I think it's like I want to say it's episode either 5 or 6 or 3 or 4, and it's Clayface, the Matt Hagen actor. It's fucking awesome. So it's about like, you know, he gets his fucking like cream and it makes him like, you know, gets rid of my wrinkles. Like, you can see I got baggy eyes. I'm 42. I'm getting older. Well, I can get rid of those and make them, you know, I can, it's fucking, what's that shit you shoot in your fucking face? Botox. Yeah.
You can make yourself look worse. We get it.
It's fucking Botox. So I can make myself look better by shrinking, getting rid of all the wrinkles. And then, but guess what? In 30 minutes, it not only come back a little worse every fucking time. And he gets addicted to this shit.
Yep.
And eventually he runs out of it, and he's getting it through a mob source, which is it's perfect for the Matt Reeves Batman universe.
Because he's an actor that's lost it. Like, he's no longer top bill because he's looking too old. He's not getting the prime role.
Yep.
So he's so invested in this cream that he's able to get his top bill again.
It's kind of literally the plot of the movie The Substance that just came out. Substance.
Yeah, you watch movies that come out nowadays, bro. Come on.
You got all the access to all the new movies. I ain't got it, bro.
That's not new. That was like over like a year ago.
No,
come on.
Dude, the only movie I saw last year, I think, was Deadpool Wolverine. That was, I think, it.
Look,
the movie, so that was mine.
I'll drop you guys like the internet hacks, I guess, which is just go to AMC. I mean, I don't know where you guys are at, but for me, AMC is literally everywhere. If I type in AMC, there's like 10 of them around me within like less than a 3-mile distance, and then like the really good one is about 10 miles away. So whatever, there's a ton of them, and it's $25 a month, and you can see 3 movies a week, not a month, a week. So you can see up to 12 movies for $25.
Yeah, but then I got to pay what, $20-something every time to get a hot dog and a drink. Then
that part's on you. Like every place around where I go to, we usually go there early. Like the meetup groups I go to, like we have a Yard House, we got other places, and it's like, okay, I guess you can look at it like that movie experience is going to be a $20 experience regardless, but you can have much better food around you, and then you go to your fucking movie. You don't need popcorn. You don't need a drink. Dude, you don't need, if you're doing that, you're going out of your way to like make your experience bad. Like that to me, that's stupid. Like, you don't need popcorn. Like, I don't fucking eat popcorn. I don't
bring food
throwing popcorn on me and bringing chickens into the theater.
Well, they didn't for
$10. You're simply talking about Minecraft.
2 pounds from the movie theater. They brought that in. They didn't buy that from the movie theater. They brought that shit in.
You're simply talking about Minecraft, which is like a once and done experience. Like, that sucks. But come on,
for $15 a bucket, they straight hell didn't buy that shit there.
The ticket, like out here in LA, a ticket is like $18 to $25. Like 18 is like the minimum. And like 25 is like that's gonna be your Dolby IMAX, whatever.
Yeah, I took my nephew to go see it. And
me,
it was like,
$25 gets me 3 movies a fucking week. I can see 12 movies in a month for $25 fucking dollars. At that point, I'm paying if I used it. Like, I kind of don't. I try to just see whatever's the new thing.
Hey.
But even if I only see the new thing, I'm seeing 4 movies for $25 fucking dollars.
A couple of things I want to ask real quick. Rockefeller, you a Redskin fan like me or what?
I'm not a Redskins fan. I grew up in DC, and I was growing up with my grandfather, rest in peace, was a Redskins fan, a big Redskins fan, not a Commanders fan, a Redskins fan. But I grew up when the Ravens started taking over and becoming. I'm still not even a Ravens fan. I'm a Tennessee Titans fan.
Okay. And Cyphex, did either of you guys watch that the short movie called Skin?
So
No.
familiar.
So you can check it out on IMDb right now, Rockefeller. So
Yep.
it's a movie short. It's only like 20 something minutes. You can watch it on YouTube. And so it's a story
Skin?
of like Skin, SKIN.
Yep.
So it's got like this white dude who's kind of like a neo-Nazi kind of guy,
Mhm.
and he goes to the grocery store, and there's a black dude who has like a toy, an action figure,
Mhm.
and the white dude's kid sees the toy, and he's just having a nice time looking at the toy or whatever, and then it escalates from there. And so I don't know if you guys want the spoilers or not.
Well, if it's
I
a new movie,
literally don't.
It
I'm not
it
gonna lie. I'm
is
not gonna go out of my
spoilers.
way to watch it. Go ahead and
Yeah.
spoil the shit
So
out
here's
of
what
it.
happens. He calls his buddies up from his gang to beat up this black dude. So they beat him up in the parking lot in front of the black dude's car, and his wife is in there. His son is in there. So then the next day, the white guy's family is like coming from the beach, and they get stopped by this van, and they pick up the white dude, and they beat him up real quick, put him in the van, and then they put him on like whatever that is that knocks somebody out, like Cyphex should know because it's gonna be tattoos. They tattoo his entire body black,
damn.
and then they let him go, and he
Dude,
winds up
they
because
they had to
he
they had
taught
to
his
fucking
son
knock that
like, hey,
motherfucker
black
out.
people are evil, right? Whatever. So he finally gets home, and his son shoots him dead because he thinks he's a black guy because his whole skin is black.
For
What?
for one, that's a little ridiculous. On
It's
top of
That's a
that,
crazy.
little bit
It's
like
crazy,
black, like
Cypher.
tattoo black.
like
Yes.
that has to be very new tattoo because like
Remember
dude,
the token black
dude,
people in like the
even
old like
my
movies back in the
oldest
day? They
tattoos
like
on
painted
me,
black
like
like
they looked
blackface.
semi black.
That's what they would
Like
look like.
this is light skin black. Like these are
For
very light.
Rockefeller, as
And
black as
I
your
have
shirt.
all my
That's
shit
how
done
black he
in the
was.
last like 5 years. So
That would look so the token from the early Hollywood movies. Like, oh my god, that's a black boy.
that sounds like the most tokenized bullshit I've ever fucking
For me,
heard.
after watching that, because I wound up seeing like a little like minute clip on X that was just like on there, right? So that's how I got to watch I was like, what the hell is this, right? There's no repercussions for the black gang that did that to the white guy. Nothing.
No. You can't be racist to
The
white
movie
people.
ends there after the white man gets killed by his son. I'm like, this is nuts. Imagine if it was the other way.
Yeah. That's what Hollywood's lost their way. What you said right there, Quentin, Hollywood's lost their way. If it's okay to do this to one person, that's fine. Do it the other way. Somebody brought it up the other day. They're like, you know what's a good comedy? White chicks. I said, all right, we'll make white chicks too. Black chicks. When you can have two white dudes dress up as black chicks. Oh, hell no. Nah, they ain't doing blackface. Why not? It's the same thing. I guarantee you probably get a lot of fucking laughs out of it too. White chicks too, black chicks. We'd have two white fucking dudes dressed doing blackface and be like, just like you can't get two black guys doing whiteface and getting away with it. That's makeup. Whatever the fuck them atrocities that are in front of me are wearing right now, it's either a makeup wig and a mask all together, or that's not fucking real. That's an alien. You know, the same thing with. If you can do it one way, you should be able to do it the other way. Comedy should be offensive. This new Naked Gun trailer, not offensive.
Yeah,
not funny.
I didn't find it funny.
They made a fucking joke about OJ's. Oh, I like the OJ Simpson joke. Everybody. So now watch this. Everybody that talks about, I thought it was funny, is probably at least 40 years or older because they're talking about an OJ Simpson joke that. Rest in peace, OJ died. What's the day? 1 year ago, yesterday. He died April 10th,
Look,
2024. 1 year ago, yesterday. That's how outdated that fucking joke is.
Me and Syphex are a little too young for the OJ trial. I mean, maybe he watched it with his babysitter. Like, I don't know. But
Yep.
even Rockefeller, you'd probably be like 10 years old or whatever.
I was
So
middle school. Yep.
I've watched the special on Netflix, and I saw the trial, and I didn't see a trial where they proved he was guilty.
No. Not only that, not even get into that, Quentin. It's unrelatable nowadays. It's an old fucking joke. And then you find out it's written by Seth MacFarlane. Oh yeah, he's fucking going on 60. No wonder he wrote that joke. You know what I mean? It's like, here's a better example. Like you said, it's unrelatable. 9/11. All these kids in high school or under, like, don't forget 9/11.
How can they forget? They weren't around.
I was some people's parents that are in elementary school weren't even fucking. What are you talking about? Never forget. Never forget what? I don't understand. I don't know what it is. It's like time has passed so much to where it's like,
Dude, I was in English class in 6th grade, and they turned on the videotape or the TV, and we were watching the towers and everything.
yep. Yeah, man. It's like it's that. And you think about it, was that 24 years ago? So when you get these jokes, like, they need to be not only offensive, they need to be current.
Relevant.
Minecraft won because Minecraft won $400 million a year because it's fucking current events. It's updated. Talk about the Trump tariffs, China. I don't want to hear about Trump. Talk about something that happened this fucking week. Literally, the Elon Tesla firebombing. Fucking, I mean, something legitimately current that people can relate to this year, 2025. If you're bringing up fucking OJ jokes in 2020, the man literally died 1 year ago and 1 day ago. Your jokes are outdated, and when you have somebody in Hollywood 6 years old, like, time to move on. We need to hire Syphex, and if he says FAGGOT, I don't even know what that spells. Oh well, overlook it. Let him write a fucking goddamn dialogue for you, because he can probably write something better.
Hire me for what? Sorry, I'm trying to create a
writing
thumbnail for a possible.
We're talking about dialogue, and just anything, just writing the fucking scenes.
Syphex and Melanie Mac just write the script.
Write Melanie Mac.
Dude,
let Melanie Mac write the hell out of it. If
you know what
says
you need?
something
You need people like
overlook it.
people like me who's like a constant realist, right? And then also watches an unnecessary amount of films, which is fine.
So
for me, but you also need to understand what like the audience is going for. Like, do you want to actually direct this towards the audience, or do you want to direct it towards like your 5 critic friends? If you want to do that, like, I can help you in that if you're going to pay me for enough of it. But I'm going to shit on you about it because it doesn't do well.
If I'm doing what I'm doing right now, this is a Friday night stream that I encourage for people when I'm sitting here drinking on it to be of age. I don't want to see anybody younger. But besides that being said, I'm trying to market to the biggest audience there is at all times, every time. Not. That's why I say, when I say the word queer, if you're homosexual, you understand that that's a terminology. If you call me, you can call me a heterosexual. I don't give a fuck.
Can I call you a cracker?
You can call me a cracker. I don't give a shit. It ain't gonna hurt my fucking feelings. If that's what you think is, if you're saying it out of a place of endearment, like my boy right there, Quentin did. He's my friend. He ain't fucking trying to be derogatory. It's meant to be fun. You know what I mean? It's like, grow a backbone and a spine, and don't fucking get so victimized.
I literally go out of my way on my own streams, let alone not on my streams, on other people's streams, to even make the simple joke of like, I look like basic white guy number 3 on all character creation things. That's a simple, easy joke just to throw in there. And it's like, and in all honesty, I fucking do. Like, I can accept that. That is fine. That's good. That's all good.
You posted. You're a fellow black.
Dude, yeah. No, and now I've become like a memer on some other people's streams because I'll just crop their shit and just like, okay, if you got Canva and then you get the upgraded version of Canva, the easiest way to do shit, get the upgraded version of Canva. It's $15 a month. I'm trying to get a promotion through them, but $15 a month, and like, you have a button that's called background mover. bam. All of a sudden, your little fucking like I could take you, Rockefeller, right now. I could clip your picture, post it into something.
Oh, like what you did with
do
Darnell.
you want to look like you're at a glory hole right now? I can do it.
Yeah,
for
sure.
You.
Hold on, let me turn the lights a little bit. There you go.
Strike
Hey,
a pose
yo,
and like hold on. No. Hold on.
Hey yo.
No. Go. Go back. All right, cool.
Hey,
don't use that. Hey, internet, don't use that. Whatever you do.
Hey, Rockefeller. So, like one of my favorite parts.
Give me like 2 minutes.
Take your time.
One of my favorite parts of Tropic Thunder was after the director gets blown up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you heard him, wherever he is, he's all over the place.
Yeah. He's like, today, let's go out and make the greatest war movie ever.
But to your point, where you said make it relevant, right? He goes, man, ain't no trapdoor Chris Angel mind freak bullshit, right? That nigga dead. Like, there it is, Chris Angel mind freak. Nobody today knows what that means.
No,
but they'll be able to connect with like the other part of that.
That'll put you into exactly. It puts you in the time people our age would understand because it puts us in a reference. This movie was made then. Exactly. It makes it to where Star Wars, something like that, where you're trying to tell this timeless tale, don't put that shit in there because then it puts a timestamp in it. But something like that, comedy, yes, absolutely put something current in there because it'll draw you back to that. If you go watch
Hey, Cuckburn, we got our war faces on.
But the Naked Gun, I don't know if they're made by the same people, but I always like airplane movies. You know, Airplane and like Spaceballs, all them fucking movies.
You're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Dude, Airplane, the best fucking part. Trying to do that nowadays, which is like, he's like, oh, but laying to the bones, hurting so bad. Tighten me. I'm sorry, sir. I don't understand. She goes, excuse me, stewardess. I speak jive. She said, he said, he's in great pain and he's in need of assistance. Come on, mama. You know, it's like, starts back to him. It's like, you try to do some shit like that now and have a white old lady speaking on behalf of the black man. Unless it's Betty White, I'm not going to fall for it.
You don't play defense and you don't run down court. Oh, yeah? You tell your dad what it's like to carry this entire team.
Yeah.
You see what it's like to play on both sides.
You know, that was great. Airplane is one of the movies where they don't put a timestamp on it, but they do. They have like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar come out to be like, who the fuck is that? Doesn't make any sense. Well, you know, the reason he's in there is because he knows like
Rockefeller, surely you can't be serious.
What?
Oh, man, you missed it, bro.
What I miss?
Shirley, you can't be serious?
Oh, Shirley. Oh, Shirley. Stop calling me Shirley. My bad. I was like, I am. And quit calling me Shirley. For a second there went over my head. I did miss it. But yeah.
But even then, look at all the cigarette smoke in the airplane.
Yeah, that's something you won't see now. So I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. I'm going to do a morning stream, and I got 2 topics I want to talk about, so I don't want to talk about too much, but Last of Us Season 2 is about to come out. The fucking director that does that, he made Chernobyl. If you've ever watched Chernobyl, that show, something as simple as everybody's sitting around going and getting the whole fucking place yellow with fucking and so much smoke that I'm like, even if you don't smoke, there's one part in Chernobyl when one guy doesn't smoke, he's sitting there going. And you wouldn't know that if you weren't a smoker living through that, being like, dude, there's so much fucking smoke in here. Like, I don't even smoke. I'm tired of it, you know?
Make a terrible face again, like in the corner.
What I'm looking at.
Yeah, I checked out on Last of Us after that gay episode, man, because I never played the game, so I was completely blindsided. I was like,
you talking about the TV show or the TV show?
I'm watching it with my kid, right?
Yeah,
and next thing I know, I'm like, what the fuck?
So here's 2 things I gotta say about one. It definitely is R-rated for that. That's sexual innuendo and stuff like that. And you should have let any people know. 2, I was looking for an R rating for Infected. If you play the game, it's brutal gameplay. Every fucking YouTube video you get is brutal gameplay. When you shoot them, this much their fucking head blows off, and then you still see this much of the head, but this part is leaking the whole time. I wasn't looking for like, you know, like
How
You
did it
might want
sound?
to open the window because we had butt sex all night. It might stink. We left the window open. Like what? That being said, there was gayness in it. It was a good written episode. It was a good fucking episode of TV. Episode 3, the gay Frank and Bill episode. It was still a good episode, man. I'm a music. I'm a I'm a band kid. I grew up playing band. Middle school. I didn't do sports until I got in middle school. So I love band, and I love if you played a game. That dude Neil Druckmann's got some really good music choices. The Linda Ronstadt, which makes you sound even gayer than I already fucking look.
You
Linda
already
Ronstadt.
you said band. Now you're saying Linda Ronstadt. I mean, dude, and then you go with your jazz hands from earlier.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like, but
It's not letting me get the capture screen.
Dude, just wait till Cyphex has those pictures. Then you're really.
I know, right?
I'm only going to do one, but
it's good.
Give me
good.
one more pose. One more.
So what am I doing? What are we trying to? What kind of reference are we doing? Yeah, if I know what you're going for, that should work pretty good, right?
What's that castle behind you?
So one of my friends painted this. One of my old counselors from back in the day. He's not my counselor anymore, but he painted this Joker. He was like, "Yo, man, this looks like something you like." I was like, and it kind of reminded me of the Super Mario 64 joint. So I was like, you know what? I really like that, but he never finished it. That's why it's all white up here and white up there and shit like that. Okay. So I need to take it back to him and be like, hey, now finish it, but make it more like a night sky in the background. This looks sunny. Make the background more night.
Did you beat Super Mario 64 and get all the stars?
Fuck yeah. I didn't get all the stars. I beat Mario 64, but shout out to my friend Holly's Adventure. If you're watching, she's on a fucking get all the stars mission. That game sucks. I think I told her I got like 130 stars. I think there's 130.
Yeah, I think most I got was like 119 or something like that.
Dude, like, fucking stupid hard, man. The rainbow, the magic carpet.
Yes, that one, man. Oh my goodness.
I'm a Souls player, and I play Elden Ring on New Game +7. Fucking, I don't give a shit. I parry fucking everybody. Get the fuck out of my way. That rainbow fucking carpet ride, fucking Mario 64 will make you go insane. So if you want to be a fucking true gamer, show me.
I started on Super Nintendo and Genesis when I was 3 years old. I remember playing Super Mario RPG and beating that in like the 2 days that I had to rent it, because that's what we did back in the day, rented from like Hollywood Video or Blockbuster. So Mario RPG. I never beat Super Mario World 2 because I couldn't quite grasp the whole fact of grabbing that Goomba and throwing it back at Bowser.
Okay.
We had Mortal Kombat on Genesis as well as the Batman game.
All right, so I'm just gonna keep it super simple on this.
You sharing it? You present it. I'll share
it. Yeah. Let me get to.
I mean, you share it. I'll present. Dude, Mortal Kombat really changed me, man. Mortal Kombat was probably the first game that I fucking changed the shit out of me.
I'm gonna leave it simple, and anybody can do whatever they want with it.
What's he doing?
I feel like it speaks for itself, but
it's like you just seen a really big one.
Please, whatever you do, don't put anything there. Don't. No.
I wanted to do something worse with it, but I was like, we can't do that on YouTube. Like, I should just put a bunch of X's. Like
now they can do whatever they want with it. They got enough time to stop, freeze frame, be like, wait, I know what I can do whatever I want with it.
But Nintendo GameCube, that Super Smash Brothers, man. Super Smash Brothers on GameCube is a goat.
I skipped over to GameCube. I went from Super Nintendo.
Dude, GameCube has like some of the best games ever made. Like, there's a game called Eternal Darkness, like Requiem's Dream, or it's like Requiem. Jesus Christ, Insanity's Requiem, or something like that. And it is insane. And I'll go ahead and give away the premise of it, because it has 3 different ways you can play the game. You can play red, blue, or green. In each one of the ways that you play it, like the enemies will deplete your health, your mana, or your insanity. Right? So green is your insanity or your sanity. And if you play the green mode, it is the most fucking insane, awesome thing you'll ever experience. but you actually need to play it on the fucking GameCube itself, because there's some things that happen in it where I'm like, I almost want to give them away. But if you've never fucking played it, and more
No, I
likely
haven't.
you guys look, you'll probably play it on
Right.
an emulator, and it's not going to
Yeah.
be the same. It's not
He
going to be
doesn't
the
want
same.
to spoil a 20-year-old game.
Spoiler
Okay,
alert for my
look,
game
look.
friends out there.
Look.
GameCube.
I'll go ahead and spoil it because more likely, for one, nobody's gonna fucking play it, whatever. But
He's
for one,
about to go ahead.
it's actually a really good game.
Yeah.
But if you go insanity mode at the same time, like when the game was released and everything, they would have this thing where your character literally goes insane. Like you'll enter a room and like your head just flies off, and you're like, "What the fuck is happening?" Like it's crazy, and it's like all of a sudden you'll enter a room and it's just like boop, and all of a sudden you'll just see your head like go off the screen. You're like, "What?" And then it'll do this glitch where it's like, woo, it'll do like a rewind time, and all of a sudden you're back to normal. But the funniest and the craziest one I've ever seen, it does this where it's like it'll look like your game crashed. Like the game does this
Oh,
in
no.
the game. It'll be like, oh, you just crashed. Hit the reset button. And it will tell you that on your live game. And it leaves it on there long enough to the point where I've seen it happen because I've made other
Actually
people
think
play
you need
this
to
game.
reset it.
They walk up and they're like, oh shit, I guess that happened. And they go up to hit the reset button and they'll reset it. But it's actually like the insanity thing is fucking with you to tell you to do that. And you do it, and it's just like, oh, you would literally reset the game, and it's like laughing at you basically. But if you just wait like 2 extra seconds, it's just like boo, it does that little like let's go back to normal phase, and you're like, holy shit, the game was actually just messing with me the whole time.
The devs are trolling the game players.
Dude, yeah, it literally would tell you to reset the game because your game is fucked. Like it's just like, oh, this is fucked up. Hit the reset button, and it would when the GameCube first came out. Like the internet was, it's I don't want to say it was relatively new, but it's not as up to date with everything that it is now. Like if you were to be like, what is this glitch? And you would just type it into your phone and find it out. The game would literally tell you to reset your fucking console while you're playing it. It's like, oh, just hit the reset button. You're good. And that was the fucking, like the insanity level. The insanity level went so high, it would be like, oh, go ahead and reset it. And like, I think that the idea behind it was like more than likely people sit so far away from their consoles by the time they got up, went over and sat down and looked at it, and they looked at the screen, it would actually reset and do the reset thing. But I literally watched friends of mine who I would be like, dude, you got to play this and pick the insanity level. And they're having a good time. They're like, this is crazy. They would see the heads fly off and then all sorts of shit. And then that would happen. And their first reaction immediately is get up and reset the console.
Imagine
and
taking that while on shrooms.
The game actually doesn't do that. Like it's just like we're fucking with you because they know how fucking gullible you are, and it's fucking insane. I think it's one of the best games ever created. And if they did it nowadays, it would. I don't know how they would do it now, but it would be amazing just to watch some people hit like Alt F4 or something and be like, just hit Alt F4. Even though people know what the fuck that means nowadays, if a game did that, and it's like, you need to hit these keys in order to continue on, and it's the insanity level, and people would do it out of just reading. Like they'd be like, duh, and it would cancel your game out, and it would be
Did you ever
fucking
play
genius.
Smuggler's Run?
No, I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
It's just like a dumb kind of like racing game, but you might also have to pick up like supplies that you're going to smuggle, right? And you have to get it to a extraction zone. Anyway, it was one of the games that my poor family bought, and so it's one of the games I got stuck with when I didn't feel like playing Smash Bros.
So do you have a PlayStation, Quentin?
I got a PS5, yeah.
Yeah, send me a fucking friend request. RocafellaPlaza, man. A PS5. How do you play? Sci-Fax? How do you play PC?
No, I got a PS5. I mean, I literally leave it on. I leave it on in my background. I mean, lately I've been playing.
I see you play. That's why I saw Marvel Rivals back there.
I play Marvel Rivals, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very good at it. Like,
Hey
so,
man, I haven't played that since Call of Duty took up too much fucking goddamn
They
storage.
did
I
that on
deleted
purpose.
it.
let me see here what my
I deleted it. I got friends on Call of Duty. If y'all see me, shout out, but they show up like randomly every now and then because they just lost fucking hope in the franchise. I got more friends on Fortnite that I said, fuck this. I'm not gonna neglect them. Let's delete this motherfucking storage from Call of Duty, go back to Fortnite. Now I got more, so I need to download like Marvel Rivals and come join y'all.
well,
Do a weekend stream or something, man.
as much as I like to play Marvel Rivals, a lot of the times I leave it in the background for one because
I see it.
like literally
Calypso.
draws my cat. Obviously, you can
Mhm.
see Calypso there in the background. She's just chilling in her little cat hammock.
Oh no, she's waiting
But
for it. Easy. She's
What
like,
up, Calypso?
but
it's time to get the dragons.
Let's get
yeah,
him.
but she fights all the like pixels on the screen, which is hilarious. I didn't intend for that to happen, but she's very intrigued when it comes on. Look, she already disappeared because she knows.
I told you she's ready.
Yeah, I
Really,
played.
the only game I've been playing
can't
is
really-
MLB The Show.
You
Hold
playing
on.
LOB?
Maybe I can show. Maybe I can take the camera off and be like, check it out. Look at that. She's stretching. She's look at her paws at the end there. She's stretching. She's getting it on. You see her like.
Can I switch you to make you bigger? How do I make you bigger? Hold on. Solo.
I know.
There we go. She is
Look at
ready,
that.
bro.
Look at that. See her paws at the end? The white spots there? That's her paws. She's stretching.
Yeah.
She's getting ready. Like,
It's dragon chasing time.
she's about to chase some dragons. She's like she heard the click of the dude. Every time I hit like even the controller for the TV, like she knows the buttons. That means like whether I'm about to watch like Netflix and or Amazon or some shit. She knows the difference. It's kind of crazy.
Hey, Rockefeller,
Yo,
you ever watch the channel Bat in the Sun?
Bat in the Sun? No, is it a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I'll look him up. I'll sub to him real quick. No.
One thing that I like to watch on that is the Superpower Beatdown, where they'll just pair up different people, different heroes or villains, and like so one time they had Boba Fett versus Star-Lord, and they'll have
Okay.
actual actors do it. And I think their Batman is probably my second favorite live action Batman. They even did like a 20-minute movie called Dying is Easy. It's I think he's really awesome how he does Batman. So they got Batman versus Darth Vader. They got Jason David Frank as White Ranger versus Scorpion. I mean,
Hey, Rockefeller, how long are you planning on going, man? Because like
Man,
I'll literally do.
I'll go as long as y'all want, as long as y'all cool, man. Like I said, we're going 2 hours now. So if anybody, again, I ain't worried about it. If there's anybody watching this or
No,
not,
I'm
if y'all ready to go, I'm ready to go. It's Friday night. That's what I'm here for.
But I'm
Let's
thinking
go.
about throwing on a random game in the background. I'll play.
Yeah, man,
I'll
do it.
listen to you guys like
what I-
criticize how terrible I am. That's fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not going to
man.
put on my
Put that.
headphones because I won't be able to hear
we're
anybody.
gonna put you on
Fuck
full
those people
screen while
anyways.
we watch you get smoked.
So I
Oh,
wanna ask
I'll get
the
rocked.
chat,
I'll get rocked.
because on my gaming channel, I'm trying to do like a poll right now, and I need help because
I mean that'd be good. But also, I'm thinking about doing a stream around maybe 7 o'clock tonight, maybe 8 o'clock.
you
And
want me
like,
to try to come join you?
well, of course.
Yeah.
Like I'm look, I'm trying to like build my own community within other communities, and
You got
I
a
think,
good one,
like
so
you, like Rockefeller, Quentin. There's people like Angel that are out there, and like even John, whatever. Like I want to have my own thing of like, obviously it's like. I don't want to say outcast. It's people who have smaller channels that are all connecting together to grow together type of deal. Like, I think that'd be a good way to move forward in general.
yes.
And whatever. And it's like, dude, like your channel is like literally twice as big as mine, but you do like short clips and everything. Like it's a different style channel than what I do. But overall, when we actually talk, it's like, we have overlapping opinions on a lot of the stuff that we talk about. And also slightly disagreements, which are friendly disagreements, which is better than like fuck you, I hate
Debating.
you, like yeah.
Friendly
It's
debates.
a friendly
That's how-
debate, and also you can be cordial about it.
Like
Yeah.
And
Rockefeller
I'm
likes
trying to
Andor.
find. Yeah,
Say again?
well,
That sounds like Rockefeller likes Andor.
Yeah.
Well, he watched Andor, like something like that. Like I literally can't really comment on it. I tried to watch the first episode; it made me fall asleep. I never watched it again. I
So
literally
did
have
you
no.
fall asleep to it? or did it make you want to fall asleep?
Both,
Both.
both.
So
but,
at the part where he like,
I've also said I'm not a big Star Wars fan in general. So like like a topic like that for me on my channel would be very much like if I'm going to do a Star Wars topic, and if anybody knows me or has been watching me, it's a bait thing to where I'm going to let other people just yell at each
You gotta
other
let me
because
talk Star Wars, man.
no, I'm just being that's me being honest. Like I'll be like, hey,
I'll fight
Rockefeller wants to yell at DA for a minute because DA probably doesn't have on his channel. Let's go for it. Like maybe he has some thoughts that
I'd
DA
love
hasn't
to be
heard.
on DA's stream. I'd love, anytime, I don't know how y'all get a hold of each other, but if you can ever bring me on, man.
Well, so I literally met him in real life randomly, and he talked me into doing YouTube.
Mhm.
After knowing someone like Chris Gore, who is also doing YouTube. And I actually know people like Nerdrotic. I literally have Nerdrotic's phone number on my phone. Like I know these people in like real life, and I've helped them with some random shit. And my dumbass didn't put this shit together till like about, I don't know, 7-8 months ago, to where it's like, oh, I should probably do YouTube too. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I literally have all the connections, but I simply don't use them because I don't like to use people. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Name drops, bro.
I'm trying to be a good guy.
Say it again.
I said, did you catch those name drops?
What name drops? Yeah, I call about every single one of them. Absolutely.
He dropped Chris Gore.
I tell you what, I love Chris Gore, but somebody that doesn't get enough fucking attention.
You want pictures?
Alan
I'll drop you pictures, motherfucker.
So Chris Gore, OG. I love the way I try to. Again, there's people I look up to. Gary, Charlie from Emergency Awesome. There's people that I like that give their way, and they don't give a fuck if. One thing Chris Gore does, he gives his opinion. And Alan, the same way. I don't care, if you agree with it or not. This is how I feel about it. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. You can like it. You can not like. This is the way I feel. And I'll say something funny in it too, to make you keep your attention.
I mean,
Alan from Film Threat is fucking awesome. I love his dry wit, and I love his fucking takes on it. Every time he says
Chris Score's numbers or whatever, but it's like,
no.
literally, I mean,
they don't do all that.
You can't see it, but it just says, I was like, yo, Chris, hope all is well, man. Just curious if you're going to the F&T meetup. He's like, not sure. I'll know on Monday. And I was like, cool. What like, I hope to see you I hope to see you there.
Humble brag.
And he sent me a thumbs up. Like, I literally know these fucking people.
Well, see, that's what I like about Discord.
Think about that for a second. It's like that's a humble brag. But I technically all these people with like literally hundreds of thousands of subscribers, if not possibly millions when it comes to Gary.
I'm not looking for anybody's personal number.
I don't sit there and hit them up and be like, dude, none of my messages ever say like, hey, dude, bring me on your shit. I don't beg. I'm not gonna beg. I'm not gonna do any of that.
Dude, just coming on yours, that's fucking awesome. When you brought me on yours,
which is crazy to me because I just got to 173 today, and you have like 300, 400, something like that.
Andy and Katie I'm a big fan.
They're like 5,000, and they still jump on my stuff.
I haven't watched them since they were 3,000 subscribers. I've been watching them for a long time. And
when I
jumped down talking to them, I thought it was like it's cool. Like I'm a fan. Whether they have 500, 5 or 500,000.
No.
Andy's dry wit. He's one of the people I like. His fucking the way
Andy's hilarious, and even
calmly,
him playing off of what Katie says is hilarious. Like they're great together. Like I don't know if they're married or like they seem like they're a couple, which is good for them, whatever. But it's like the way that they play off of their trying to like you said, dry wit or whatever. That's how I am in general. It's like I've always been the person who's a little bit witty. Like I literally comment off other things that are going on around them. Like that's kind of what I fucking do. And like in real life, that works for like a fun social thing. But online, it can become like a meme culture thing. It's like, and I've done that where I'm just like, oh, let me cultivate a thing. Like people like on certain channels, people think that I'm just like a memer, which is crazy. Because
I thought you were just like moderator for the chat because I seen you in there, and I was like, because when I see a lot of these channels like Sergeant Garantina, I'm like, when I saw he had like 5,000 subscribers, I'm like, oh, he actually does content, and he's literally going live twice a day,
it's a
sometimes
rough
every
watch.
day. You know what
He's,
I mean? But
he's-
you know what? Shout out to him. He brings on everybody and anybody.
Yeah.
And he gets everybody and anybody. And we need more people like that. The formats we got now,
Dude,
that's why
he's
YouTube's losing. You know, I mean, not YouTube,
he's good
Hollywood.
people. He's good people overall in general. That's like
I've been on. I watch flavor streams, and I, like now, ever since I think I think it was an Uncle T stream I was watching.
If you do like
him.
an after stream thing, like a lot of when streams end, a lot of people sit behind the stage. By the way, like I don't know if you know this, but it's like
no, I didn't. I'm always like,
after a stream ends, it's like some people dip out because they don't know that once you end a stream, you can
still sit
still have like a behind the stage. That's what a lot of people do. Like so.
Okay.
Do it before, like 5 minutes before a stream. A lot of people jump on, they kind of shoot the shit, and then the stream happens, and then like 10 minutes after, everybody shoots the shit again. And because it's like there'll be some things that it's like, I mean, you're conscious of not saying certain things, it's like, well, fuck, I kind of had a thing to say about that, but I know I'm on your stream, I'm not gonna fucking.
About 3 minutes ago, I just noticed private chat when Quinn was like, "Yeah, we can't hear you, bro," and he was like, "So you're like, nah, I gotta click your icons." I was like, "Oh shit, they were talking to me when I was backstage." Now noticed that.
There's private chat, there's comments, and there's other things. And like if this is your first time going out, I mean, so far you're doing great, man. But there's a lot of things. Even now, when people like you, I feel like you probably have the moderator idea down better than I do, and it's I haven't figured it out. Like even when I'm clicking on it with just like the 3 dots, I've seen it one fucking time, and I was like, oh cool, I can just do that later. Then I went live, and as soon as I went live, the moderator thing got removed, and I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, by the way, in case y'all are wondering, this dog's name is Achilles.
What up, Achilles?
Is he missing a heel or what?
No, it's just the way the picture is.
Good boy.
Yeah, I took a picture. That's my son's room right there.
That's a good boy right there.
If nobody knows, also the easiest ways to people's hearts, even if you're semi-entertaining, if not mediocre to not entertaining, get a pet. Like I have Calypso. She literally plays fetch. I have a green ball that looks like a tennis ball. I mean, it's like a mini tennis ball. She will fetch it and bring it back to me, and I've done it on stream, and people love her for it. She chases the dragons in the background. Like I'm actually serious that like people probably like to see the cat more than me, which is fine.
Yeah, I know I do.
So Superman, the Superman trailer.
I'm not the most intriguing person. Like I said, I'm basic character number 3 on every fucking character screen you ever see, and that's that. As much as that's a joke, it's also pretty fucking true. Like,
so the Superman trailer was talking about like, oh, I didn't want to see a dog helping Superman. It was like T's like Superman weak, man. Make him look. Here's my question. Let's change it. Like, but I said like DEI thing earlier. Let's flip it. Would it have been better if there was somebody mistreating a dog, fucking, then borderline abusing it, and actually let's say, get the fuck out of here, kicks it. And the second they're gonna kick it, Superman catches it and stops it from happening. Because we like, no, nobody's gonna want to see that. You know what I mean? The second we're about to impact.
As much as I love T, like T is a good guy, like overall, but it's like I feel like he doesn't actually talk about the topics at hand. Like how you guys are even saying, or some people have told me, like last night I probably went off and I was rambling, and I rambled off and I'm drunk, But I'm like, I at least have a reason. And I straight up told people the reason. I'm like, look, guys, I'm drinking. And then I went off the rails probably for like the last 45 minutes or so.
At least an hour.
But I had a fucking legit reason of being ridiculous and like left field. You know what I mean? Like, T's just that way all the fucking time.
His reason is concussions.
He'll be like, oh, this person is.
What have you
thought about the Cubs in the finals, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's the most left field shit you ever heard.
Then he
But I
calls
love
me
him
out
for
for
it.
left field
He's
shit.
fucking no. He's what I'll give everybody this, and they're right. He's entertaining, but he's entertaining.
Shit.
But I don't know if he understands why he's entertaining. Like, he's
I don't know how to get a
entertaining.
hold of him either,
Everybody
but
thinks he's fucking
next
crazy.
time he's on, have him shoot me an invite. I'd love to jump on with him. You know what I mean?
No, I sent him an invite, but he's busy.
He is
Yeah, I know
horrible
he is.
with his communication on X.
I don't know. I tried to look him up. I looked up Uncle T. I don't know what his fucking name
No,
is.
it's Black ESPN 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let me Black. Well, let me go. Can y'all still hear me?
I'll straight up tell you this right now. Like, oh man, this might be a little inside baseball for him, even though he's probably a baseball fan. But like, he'll only follow you back if he wants to talk to you.
Absolutely understandable.
I mean, like, I literally have his phone number, so it's like he literally will send me the link through through text message, and then I got to send it to myself to my own email before he sends it to me on. Like, he won't send it to me on X. That's how much he doesn't like communicating on X. So that's his thing, and that's whatever. But
Black ESPN won the number or the word one?
The number.
I'm about to say, holy shit! I came up Black Adam Schefter, and holy shit, look at them tits on fucking holy shit.
But it should say that I follow it, so it should be easier to find.
Yeah, you should be able to see who follows it. Yeah.
Like ESPN one. You know, I'm new to this shit.
Overall, T's a good dude, but it's like, I don't feel like he's following along with the topics at hand. Like,
Does he really believe everything he says?
Actually, you know what's crazy?
Hell no. He does not believe Sidney Sweeney's a fucking mid. Hell no. The second we drop Sidney Sweeney off at his doorstep in that fucking dress that fucking DA posted last night, and he says, "Get out of here, you're mid-6. I ain't jabbing you."
Hold my door that I was on when they kept playing that fucking like banger hit over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! It was like, if you could
hold my door shot, I thought it was DA stream. You
gotta go so far. Like, you got to go to Antarctica to hate on that shit. Like, you're so far off the map, on the global map. Like,
this is what I think he was misconstruing. He kept bringing like the picture of it. Like, I don't know if that's his current girl or whatnot. He kept bringing her. He's like, y'all think he's hating her? No, we weren't hating on your girl, T. That's not what we were saying. We were saying,
oh, it was Samantha Mumba.
Your girlfriend's beautiful. Oh, is that who it was? Whoever you're talking about, she's beautiful. I'm not disregarding, but I'm saying I'll give her credit too. She's beautiful. She's beautiful, but over here it's beautiful too, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't say it's not.
The problem with what T does is the way that he hypes up everything. That even if he brings on like what most people would consider a 5 or a 6, and he's like, "Look at this 9 I got." That's the problem. That's the reason that, like, I'm not gonna hype up anybody. I'm just like, hey, whatever girl I got going on, I'm not gonna bring her on stream or whatever. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, dude, I got a 10, but it's a 10 in my mind. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's fine. Like, this is the girl.
That's what matters.
I'm attracted to this girl at the moment. Bam. Like, she's my world at the moment. Blah blah blah. However you want to look at it.
I'll tell you what.
When you sit there and like just bash on everything all the time, and he can't even acknowledge good-looking women, and then just like, that's a 6, that's a 6, that's a 5, that's mid. I'm sorry, you're just fucking lying. Like, I literally know people like that, and the people like that, they end up miserable, alone, and they're divorced. And I don't know, like, I feel like that might there might be some boxes that ticks for someone like him, but it's like, at the same time, dude, do you go for it? But
to be fair, I've been divorced twice, so.
Well,
how old are you again?
34. I'll be 35 at the end of the month.
Are you getting married next month? If you are, I'm gonna tell you, hold up, slow down, brother. Take a break.
So my first one.
Don't say so. Say hold up. I'm not. I'm not. Slow down.
I'm not. No.
Okay.
My first one, I came back from overseas, and she had been very friendly with all my friends. That's
military.
the mother of my kid.
A lot of people get married in the military because of continue.
Then,
That one was a learning curve.
then the
The
second one, that one was on me. I mean, she was great, man. She was perfect, and but I still had feelings for somebody else. And she came back, and I was like, so I wound up messing around, and
I literally knew a girl who married into like a military dude who's like he was like everybody thought he was like a slob, whatever, and like he did his service, but she literally married him because of the benefits and everything, and they stayed married even after her going around fucking around, even with people like me, where it's like in theory, like I don't know, I'm a fucking degenerate, and to the world view, like around my lifestyle, whatever. It's like, oh, that fucking that alcoholic degenerate. You're you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But at the same time, yeah, I'm still the guy that she went back to because it was like a girlfriend of mine back in high school or some shit. And she was like, "Hey, what's up? You came back around?" And I was like, "No, you came back around to the bar that I'm frequenting." And like that, shit happened. And like the guy literally didn't care because he literally went into it knowing what he was getting into. Like he was like, "Oh, I'm doing this because she'll have housing, and then I can afford this, whatever." And she was just like, she went off on that, and then now I believe they're getting a divorce, and which just sucks for the guy because it's like it's going to take half of his bullshit that he went over there to sacrifice for, and did real shit, and she's gonna like fleece him. And I was like, holy shit! Like,
and if he's still in, he's going to lose half his paycheck because we get paid BAH
Yep.
for being separated from our loved one or whatever. And so if he's divorced, he ain't going to get BAH anymore.
Nope. Yeah, man. It's people in the military. I kind of hate that too, that they incentivize the marriage because not only do like people, young men, rush into getting married because they're money is the root of all evil. If I can get more money, I'm gonna do it. I mean, it's the fucking it's the way of the world. It's 2025. But then again, on the other hand of that, fucking women also know that they're getting that money too. So it's a double-edged sword that
It's really a no-win situation for men
it's
right now.
it's more or less supposed to be for because service worker is a male dominated job, and the idea was we'll pay you to be able to have a wife, a companion, to give that moral support to where if you ever go to war, you have somebody to embrace you to when you come home, love you, and it's like
No, it's more so a
it
reason.
didn't work out that way.
It's more so a reason for you to fight.
Yes.
So while you're over there, you're like, hey,
you have
man,
you have the ability to financially take care of shit. You don't have to worry about anything.
well, it's like you're over there, and you're like, because obviously, as someone that's been there, like you go through a lot of shit, right?
Yep.
So when you got bombs going off, when you got IEDs that you're driving over with your tank, and you're like, why the fuck am I doing this? And then you sit there and go, wait a second, I got a family at home. That's why I'm doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the things that incentivizes.
The Forrest Gump. I don't know if he was with us last night when I was talking about like one of my movies. I was like Forrest Gump. When
Yeah, Jenny, she a hoe.
She a hoe, man. But you know what? Without that hoe bag, he would have never got through war. Because every time he's writing her fucking letters, his motivation is to get home to Jenny, to always looking at a picture of Jenny. One day we're gonna get married. I mean, eventually he does, but you know what I mean? Without that, it's motivation. Women might be thoughts, whores, they might be scumbag sluts, whatever you want to call them, But at the end of the day, it's the motivation. Eventually, every man's going to find one. And it's going to be the motivation they need to continue on the journey of life, and it's like,
and
sad but
being
true,
a
man.
Catholic man, it is man and woman, man and wife.
Yes.
So
yeah, I'm sorry when I said the one. I meant like S. I'm an unaffiliated voter. This is my first time voting. I voted for Trump. Let's be clear. I am a Catholic. I don't want to call anybody an abomination, but my views are my views, and you do you. I won't hate you for it.
I'll felt
shake your hand.
much pressure.
I'll hug you.
I've never felt this much pressure to vote, and it's not because like someone put pressure on me. It was pressure because I'm looking at the world around me crumbling,
Yep.
And I'm like, how can I not even though I'm in Austin and I know my votes doesn't really matter because it's going to go blue anyway. But I was like, at least I'm going to do my part for whatever it means.
I honestly, I saw a TikTok of a girl. I don't watch TikToks. It was re-uploaded to YouTube, so it was a short. And the girl said it the best. She was like, "When women, let's take like we were saying earlier. If it's racist, if it's not, flip it the other way. Is it
Yep.
racist? Is it not? If it works both ways, you're good." So when this girl made a little TikTok, she was like, "Let's women out there. If you want plastic surgery." The first thing you're going to do is look at a book of plastic surgeons, their work, and see what they produced. Right? You're not going to be like, well, what's their politics? What's their sexual preference? What kind of what's what's their background? What's their color? What's it? Now now that's when you're going to get a nose job. Let me say something like, I don't know, who's going to protect us when we're sleeping from nuclear weapons? Well, is she black? Is it a female? I don't. That's not what I give a shit about. What I give a shit about is who is best fit. I'm a union member. I'm an electrician. I get put in a lot of dangerous situations. I don't give a fuck who you are. In these action movies we watch, when I extend my hand and I'm falling off that cliff, if you can grab that fucking hand back and be able to pull me up, I don't give a fuck what that gender, color, arm is. I want the job to be performed. That's all.
I heard about it like this: like if you were having to have heart surgery or brain surgery, do you want the best brain surgeon or heart surgeon, or are you going to sit there and go, is he black? Is he Asian? Is he Mexican? Like, is it a woman?
Why
I
aren't
don't
you a
care.
female?
I I want the best one. I want to survive this surgery. You know what I mean? Like it's nuts.
The
But
best
yeah,
for the job.
but
And
what I
that doesn't mean taking advantage of it. And then with the sports topic, it's sad that Trump had to come in there. I don't want to get all political because people don't like to. I would get political. I'd do a motherfucking Pierce Morgan, like I was joking earlier. I would do a Pierce Morgan to have lefties and righties on here and talking as long as they could be civil about it. You know what I mean? It's like, no,
Dude,
men shouldn't be in women's
you're talking
hockey
about how
shit.
like how to be in a job or whatever. It's like the first couple jobs that I went into, which was pool construction. Like I
Mhm.
built swimming pools. I'm in California. Swimming pools are a big thing out here. And the person who was above me, who would basically kind of be a foreman in theory, whatever, like he only spoke Spanish and he had very limited English. And everything he taught me was like the top tier fucking like the most awesome shit, to the point where every type of job that I went on to afterwards from there, like I was the guy. I'd be like, "Oh, I'm the newcomer, but I'm showing other people what to do because
hold
I'd
up,
learned it from the fucking top tier motherfucker, like this guy who knew what he was doing for like 20 some odd years." And it'd be like, "Don't use a fucking don't use a 9 ounce hammer. Use a fucking mallet to fucking chop these fucking the tiles off or something simple like that." And it's like, okay, yeah, it's a little harder to swing, but at the same time, it gets it done in one strike. It's little things like that you learn while you're on the goddamn job with people who are more experienced. And it didn't matter that he didn't speak English well, because we got to a rhythm where it was like, okay, hey man, halfway through the job, you listen to your like Hispanic radio, to be like a bunch of like
Your
Hispanic songs,
Telemundo.
Mexican, whatever, and it was just like boom, 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 and I'd be like, cool, cool, cool. Let me play it. Let me change the radio, and luckily I grew up around like country, so I didn't mind country music, and then
Mhm.
I'd play country music, and he was just like, okay. And I'm actually like a metalhead. I'm like a death metalhead. Like what? But I was like, look, I found a compromise to be like, I'll still listen to country music because I grew up around it, whatever. And he was like, oh, I actually like country music. And I was like, cool. We found a fucking happy medium here. We can listen to country music like all day and everyone's good. Everyone's good. Like it's all good. And it's like there's little things like that. You find like the happy medium. You find the middle ground. And then this guy who didn't even speak English that well taught me more than anybody I've ever worked with who spoke English as well as I do, or whatever.
You spend more time showing you than he did talking to you and telling you about it.
Oh yeah, no,
Showing you.
yeah, he would show me, and it'd be like,
Mhm.
bam, whatever.
Hands-on, on-job training, way better than
Yeah, it was
fucking.
just like,
Here's a book, read it.
like he'd come up to me, seeing me doing like, I'm sitting there with like, and I bought like the heaviest hammer I could find, which was a 27-ounce hammer, which is a pretty heavy hammer. It's like the heaviest hammer you can buy. And I had that on my belt, and I'm just like, knocking off fucking concrete. And he was like, he came up to me, he's doing this motion. Stop. And he's just like, boom, he hands me like a fucking mallet, like a fucking mini mallet. And he's like, watch this. And he's just like, doof, doof, doof. And he's doing like 3 times the work that I did within 3 strikes, because that's the proper way to, and it's the quicker and faster way to do it. Sure, it takes a little bit more effort from your end in a sense, but is 3 strikes worth 1 strike? It's little things like that you don't consider. And I've always remembered that from that was like one of my first days on the job. And after that, it was like I became very proficient, and I became like that guy that I was working for at the time. Like I became his like right hand man, because of like his top worker taught me how to be that. And it was simply like out here in LA or whatever. It's because I spoke English, so I was like, I'm a decent fit white guy, and I can put on a nice shirt and be able to go talk to customers, explain it, and then demonstrate what the fuck I'm about to do. That helped a lot. Like it helped a lot, but I wouldn't have got there without a guy like that behind me. So I don't know, man. Like shit like that always baffles me.
Shout out to people that gave us a chance, right? Exactly. All the ones that gave us a chance, whether they could speak the fucking same language or not, So, what time you plan on going streaming? Like about 30 minutes, Zyfax?
No, I'm thinking around like, it depends on what time you're willing to have. Like, what time you want.
I was thinking about it. Like, I thought you said 7 o'clock, and I'm thinking my time. I was like, that's the case. You're going around about 30 minutes. If you want, we can call it right here.
No, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock my time.
Okay, because you're talking
that would be like 3.5 hours. Like,
well, look, I'm gonna end this stream right here because we're going about 2.5 hours right now. If you guys want to plug yourself, put your shit in the stream in the chat, and I'll put it on the stream.
Plug myself right up into Rockefeller right there. If you don't get the meaning there, I'm getting right up there, nice and deep, like just kind of rocking around. Anyways, I'm Cyfax. You can catch me at Cyfax, and on X, you can catch me at Gallows the Media. That's my X account. If you ever want to message me, possibly be on my streams. Check out my videos. Like usually, I just do movie reviews, and then I do what comes to be drunken streams. Tonight will probably be possibly another one of them. But at the same time, I'm not going to be as drunk. We'll go for not as drunk. Let's go with that. Anyways,
let's go for drunk at least. I mean, not as drunk, but drunk is a good thing.
No, I'm thinking about taking like a 2-hour power nap and then like getting back.
That's what I was thinking, because when you said, I was like 30 minutes, maybe we should get ready. But I was like, oh wait, you mean like 5 hours? We could take power naps and still get ready for the fucking night, because it's just starting on my side too.
Yeah, I got nothing to do. Like I'm trying to save money, so I'm not going out. I'm trying to save money to get for Vegas. So this weekend, I'm just like, I don't know, going a little hard. I still want to save some time to possibly do. My goal is to actually do a Fellowship of the Ring, like the first movie, the Lord of the Rings, the first movie, Fellowship of the Ring, like
watch party.
Watch party. Yeah,
man. But
Quentin here is the one that gave me the idea on it and everything. And we
gotta get T there.
Oh man, if I can get him to watch,
you got to
with everybody else watching. Like, I want to see him just randomly shed tears. He's just like, I don't like it, man. I don't like it.
I don't care if he said it goes, man, this is garbage the whole time. He's just got to be there.
It's the most like epic fucking movie to where I'm like, there's nothing but epicness going around. There's not but there's like, it's one of the few movies that'll kind of make you shed tears as a man, out of like epicness and like pure fucking like gratitude for what the hell is going on. You're just like, God damn, I would like you wish you were there. Like it's a crazy experience. And if you don't realize that, then you're just simply not watching movies correctly. Like,
you're not paying attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Quinn, what you got to plug, bro?
I mean, I don't really have my channel going up, but I'm always on Cyfax whenever he gives me a chance, and I'm always in people's chats as moderators like Kata, DA, Can't even think of some other ones. Like I said, I think 6 or 7 different mods. But I mean, I would really like you guys to check out that Bat in the Sun stuff because I really do think it's pretty cool. For example, like the way they do who wins in the battle is they let fans vote. So you'll go on the website and so when they did Optimus Prime versus Iron Man, so you vote who would win in the battle, and if it's close because they got to
and then they animate it towards that. Is that what happens?
So
okay. I think I've seen those. I just didn't know the name of the channel.
They'll do like alternates if it's really close because they got to put the video out, right? So depending on if it's like 48-52, you basically got to do both videos. So anyway, give it a shot, and maybe I'll be on Sci-Fax's stream later if he lets me. So
that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Like my stuff is open all the time, and I'm thankful for anybody that actually joins onto them. I mean, I'm surprised that I even got 1 viewer, let alone 2 to maybe 20 sometimes. That's crazy to me. Like, I have no reason to have that other than I don't know. People apparently like my antics or some bullshit. Not only that, but I also bring on awesome guests. So.
And by the way, please support. I mean, I don't know if we have viewers right now or someone's going to watch this later, but look at the profile that Rockefeller has. His links are in the profile. Sci-Fax has his on X.
Support Rockefeller, and if you got an extra $1 after you support him, throw it my way, man. It's all good. Literally at Sci-Fax on what's it called? What's the app called? Cash App at Sci-Fax. Go ahead and throw $1 my way, man. I'll appreciate it. Also, I'm going to Vegas. I'm gonna throw it out there more later tonight, but I'm aiming for 7, and we'll see what happens for there.
Which is 5 o'clock my no.
It'll be about 3.5, 4 hours.
9 o'clock my time. 10 o'clock Rockefeller's time.
I feel like if I do it a little bit earlier, it might be good. The only thing I'm curious about, like there's a stream that goes on around 9:30, and I don't know if I'm invited to it or not. It's one of those.
Hey Rockefeller, when are you going to get invited to MSK's stream?
Man, I don't know. I don't know how to get invited. Somebody send me the link. I'm there.
Dude,
share the link with me. Hey, Sci-Fax, you tell them where I'm at. Send me the link.
Do yourself a favor and don't. Like
he gets invited. He invites everybody.
Hey, if Sergeant Garantinas invites me, I'm there. He asked me to come to Jungle Book. I don't know anything about it, but I'll talk about it. You know what I mean? Invite me, man. Like, share the stream. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody.
When you end the stream, like we can still be in the background, so if you guys want to shoot the shit.
We'll still shoot the shit. So stay around and hang out with me, guys. Until then, chat, we really appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. GG's. It was the first episode, and I hope y'all had a good time. Come back for some more. Subscribe. Let that shit go out for you like that. How about that? All right. GG's, y'all. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us. 2.5 hours. Let's fucking go!
Minutes melt and evenings glow. Eternal dance of stars bestow. Silent symphony takes flight in the stillness of